Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We're here for as if you were here last Monday, we did the reactions to the WCW Nitros episode 1 and 2, and they were leading up to the pay per view Fall Brawl 1995, and we decided to watch this one to keep going in order with the WCW reactions. So if you guys would like to join us, you can go over to Peacock, or if you have the VHS somewhere, you kept it all these years, you can put that in an old VHS
Yeah.
tape. But if you have Peacock, you can follow along with us. And if you want to know our timestamp, just ask, and we'll tell you where we're at. Um, but yeah, I've already got mine ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm gonna press play now.
Just a little side note for VHSs. That's a thing that's like a black box, and you put it into another box, and it showed pictures on the TV. There's a thing
Gonna,
called tape trading.
oh yeah,
Oh, the old days.
yeah. Mr. Jacobs
Ready?
was talking about. Yeah, I'm ready. Press play. About the tape trade. Mr. Jacobs was talking about that a long time ago. It was a long time
Yeah.
ago, but there's the Ultimate Warrior ripoff, Renegade. Well, he was actually a decent, pretty wrestler, though. Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. Hey, that should probably be a good match.
Yeah.
Caleb Conley, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Uh, yep. Of course, Hulk Hogan's the champion.
Yeah, he was definitely the champion at this time.
Oh, come on. Hulk Hogan's the best champion in any company.
He certainly can move merch, I know that.
There's OB. I think Vader was supposed to be in this match, but he got injured. And they replaced him with Lex Luger.
Hmm.
It kind of worked in
I
good
mean,
timing with his
yeah.
contract and his debut.
Yeah.
See, a lot of the camera shots.
Oh my gosh! Just look how young Tony Schiavone is.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is going to be good with Bobby Heenan.
How old is Tony Schiavone in this right now?
At least in
Oh,
his
geez.
60s, probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like in his mid 60s.
Tony needs to bring that back the suit or tux or whatever it is. He needs to bring it back.
Yeah, he's 64.
Oh, okay.
He has 5 children.
Wow.
I know one of his sons was on AEW that one time.
Oh, Bobby the Brain Man. He was one in a million.
The funniest one is when Hulk Hogan threw the Giant off the building, and he went crazy.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Here comes
Brian
Brian Pillman.
Yep.
Like I actually have seen this match, but it's been a
So good.
long time. But I know this match is a good match.
Man, like
Yeah,
his
him
son
versus
should
Johnny B.
be.
Bad.
Who's he going against?
Johnny B. Bad. Mark Merrow.
Johnny B. Bad. Huh.
That is a great crowd, man. Look at that. All those people.
Oh yeah, Cannonball.
Are you sure we're not watching you?
Do not adjust your television sets.
Yeah, I can see.
Mary.
You know,
Larry
it's
man.
funny. I can see where Tony Khan got some inspiration for his camera angles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a lot of what you're seeing in AEW is very WCW like with the camera shots and everything. Exactly. I think it was Dusty Rose that came up with the
Frisbee.
Johnny B. Bad gimmick.
Hey, Ready Rumble guys on here.
That wouldn't surprise me.
How much is it? He's like just for him to say those words is like a whole lot of money nowadays.
Yeah.
I wonder how much they paid him back then. Because I think he was on every pay per view, or maybe even every show.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He has to have made a good chunk of money.
I want to
Over the
confirm,
years.
Ken.
Uh, just keeping one of those streamer
He's
things.
still
And,
isn't he still doing stuff for the UFC?
Mm.
yeah, I think boxing
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
think.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Golden Gloves. He was boxer.
It's Stu.
It's crazy they had Buffer do this particular match.
Nick Patrick. He's the one that has that weird pinfall thing.
I think the Browns
I'm
were
not
split
sure
up.
Michael Buffer is like set for life. Like,
Oh, yeah, he ain't got to worry about a bill in his life. No, see, below it.
and you know he has that
Hope
copyrighted, so
that's
if
just
anybody else
show up
does it,
safe.
he can totally sue.
What if Chris was on here and he said those exact same words? And
We'll be screwed.
WWE and Stone Cold was one
Come on,
thing,
Chris. We
but
don't want you to get. We don't want you to
Yeah,
get
we
sued.
kid.
Here we go. What do you guys get money on?
um,
I'm trying to remember who actually won the match.
I got
I
Johnny B.
forgot
Bad.
who won.
I don't know who wins, but what's his name? The ring announcer Buffett.
Michael Buffer.
Yeah.
I think his brother's an announcer too, but I forget his name.
He's 77.
Wow.
He only has one parent, apparently. Joseph Butler Buffer.
Hmm.
Where's his net worth? Wow, 400 million.
400 million. That's a big number.
According to Celebrity Net Worth, Buffer has a net worth of 40 million. It says that he makes between 25,000 to 100,000 per fight. Though
Jeez.
occasionally he has made up to 1 million. The majority of his career earnings have actually came from a trademark on his own catchphrase.
Wow. See, I
His own
told you he's set
catchphrase,
for life, man.
400 million, and it close to $1 million in one fight.
Jeez, man. And he has a right to sue too if anybody else does it too. And that's brilliant of him too to copyright it and trademark it.
Yeah, he's got a brother who does stuff like that. Bruce Buffer.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Brian.
That's a lot of money to be worse.
Jesus, yeah.
His
Oh,
children's children, his children's are set for life.
exactly. They're not gonna need for anything.
No, stay.
or want for
below
anything.
Great toe drag. Good drags. I'm liking this.
the
It's
match.
so cool. It's like I said, it's so cool to see
The,
just
ma-
Brian Pillman.
the match that we saw last week was it Jason Thunder Liger and
Yeah, Brian
Brian
Pillman.
Bryman. Those two
Yeah,
had a lot of chemistry together. And
yeah.
these two look like they have a little bit more of chemistry, especially with the mat wrestling, and
Mm-hmm.
they know
Ooh.
exactly what the other one's going to go for.
They were both trained in the dungeon. Jason Thunder Liger was also
That was
trained
cool.
there.
Wait, he was trained in the dungeon?
Yep,
Yeah, Brian Bryan. I
Jason
didn't
Thunder
know.
Liger was too.
I think Brian was, but dang. No kidding.
A lot of people like to criticize Brian Pillman Jr., but he's still pretty young.
Yeah, he has
I
potential in
think he
him.
deserves.
I mean, Flying Brian wasn't perfect on his first few years.
I think you need to give the man some time to like actually grow some more. Because I love his Hollywood Blondes character, but I would love to see him pay homage to his dad and just go completely, you know, broken or
I think they
loose
should.
Loose
cannon. There
Cannon
we go,
Part
loose cannon.
2.
I think they should have a feud with either. I couldn't see Griff turning on Brian Pillman. Maybe Brian Pillman turning on Griff Garrison, going straight on the
Yeah.
hill. And
Mm-hmm.
I liked him in Major League Wrestling with the New Heart Foundation. Him and D.H. Smith and Teddy Hart.
Really?
Oh, that
Yeah, they
sounds
were really
awesome.
good.
Man, I missed out.
See, Teddy Hart was really good, but the only problem with him is like he would always get DUI after DUI after DUI. He's got more DUIs. He's probably got more DUIs than Jeff Hardy and Sonny combined.
I think
Are you
so.
kidding?
But in the ring,
Probably
the
so.
dude
Dang.
was like brilliant in the ring.
I don't know. Sonny could be getting up there.
Yes, Sonny has a lot.
It's just a lot of these
Oh,
wrestlers who look really good back back there, back then and then now, especially Sonny.
Mm.
I feel, I don't know. It's kind of sad with Sunny. Like, do you think she's just? Do you think it's due to like her injuries that she's causing this, or do you think she just has years of alcohol abuse?
I don't know. I mean, because the thing is, she's had plenty of chances to get help, but it's like she doesn't want the help. So it's
Yeah.
hard to say. I mean,
I remember
she's
that
had
one
plenty of
time,
bites at the apple.
or sometime this year, that she got in a car wreck and killed a man, an older man,
Yeah, I
and
saw
she
that.
Mm-hmm.
said that she was having a seizure, but they looked at her. This I was talking about this a few weeks ago. That they found that she was like intoxicated, taking. I don't know what she was taking, but they found something. Like when they,
Yeah.
I forget what it was, but she didn't have a seizure.
Ooh, Johnny B. Bad is busted open.
Then, like 2 weeks later, she gets arrested again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, she doesn't even want help, so kind of a lost cause.
Hopefully, she'll get help.
Yeah. DDP's helped a lot of wrestlers. Jake the Snake.
Dude.
Jake the Snake may not even be alive today
Yeah.
if it wasn't for DDP.
Oh,
Oh
big
yeah,
time.
oh, yeah. Johnny
That's so
Basket.
true. Yeah.
Is it his eye?
Who's he
Or
helping now?
who's he helping now?
I think isn't he? Is it Buff?
Oh yeah, he is. His eye. Looks like
Yeah,
his
Buff
eyes busted
Bagwell.
open.
Oh,
Yeah, Buff Bagwell's the recent one. Scott Hall, he helped a lot. But Jake
I
the
really
Snake
feel
was
bad for
Bagwell.
his whole body is torn up. Like I saw him at WrestleCon, he had to walk with a cane and had somebody hold him up. Nice guy though, man.
Jake the Snake?
No, Buff Bagwell.
Oh, Buff. Yeah, it's not Buff, but I met Buff Bagwell tons of times.
Oh. Hmm.
I actually I don't know if I should say it, but I just say that I like to have him on the podcast
I would
at
love
one
to.
point. Well,
That'd be cool.
the American males would be pretty good. Him and Scotty Riggs, like they were a big tag team in WCW at this point.
That'd be cool.
But
And
I
again,
don't have.
like,
It's kind of hard
Yeah,
to get
they
Scotty
were.
Riggs' contact information. If I could, I'd get Outback Jack. But
yeah. Come on.
That'd be awesome to get him on. I mean,
Did Pillman ever go against Bret Hart?
no, I don't think so. I think they've always kind of been allies.
Because like, I'm just like watching it. I can definitely see where his training came from. Like, he's got some like Bret's like his mat work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I
he
guess
trained and
the other
everything with like a legit match. I don't know if he's ever had one.
yeah, just watching like it looks like him and Owen really have a very similar moveset.
Yeah,
Just that smile, right? That smile is just so lovely. This is before his loose cannon, right?
yeah.
When did he
This is
start
like
going loose cannon?
it was a little bit after this because before the because I think it was a little bit after NWO had started.
Okay, I got you.
so you want to say 3 or 4? No, never mind.
Or
Every
no,
time,
maybe it was a little bit before NWO. I'm sorry, yeah, because then it was kind of exposed that Kevin Sullivan was the booker, and that was the whole beef was between Brian and Kevin.
yeah, I
Oh,
remember
that's
that
right.
on Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah,
That was such a sad episode. Like
yeah, that was.
that one of the Von Erichs, like that really messed with me. I haven't seen the Ben Ball one though. I need to go back and watch the Ben Ball.
Yeah, that one was.
One that I
I
wish I
think the
would have.
second part was hard to watch. I think the first part was hard to watch. Period. But I think part two was pretty hard to watch.
Well, I think they did it well. That's what
Yeah.
I'm
the
glad that.
guys with did well.
Well, what kind of submission hole is this? This looks painful.
Ooh.
I don't know what that's called.
I know Excalibur knows what it is.
Dude,
He
Excalibur's
probably,
That does look like it hurts though.
you need a lot of chiropractor appointments after that.
Do you think he's ever been to a chiropractor?
Huh?
Yeah, I've been to a chiropractor plenty of times.
Yeah, I've been. It was years ago.
Back when I was competing in high school and cross country and track. Oh man, dude, like, I got hurt what, my junior year. Threw out my back a little bit when I was weightlifting as well. Did not help matters. And, oh, that chiropractor did things to my back. He made me feel like a glow stick. Felt good. I wonder if like AEW and WWE now have like a doctor on standby that's like a chiropractor.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
they do.
on a Sammy Guevara's vlogs, he was somewhere and like there was a lot of wrestlers like on this bench thing, and they were doing certain stuff like to their back or neck or stuff like that.
Oh shit.
Caleb, this match is going to be us in the card. Yeah,
Oh, yes.
I'm pretty sure that this is going to be one of the top matches of the entire card.
Yeah.
Besides the War Games, this one will probably.
This is good. Like, I'm liking the chemistry, like you were saying, and it's great. It feels like Pillman's not flying as much. It feels like he's doing more he's doing mat work and just straight technical stuff. I like this.
Yeah.
He's showing
A lot
that
of hill
he can
work.
wrestle. Mhm.
Oh, hit him right in that eye.
Oh, ugh.
Mhm. Probably a heathen.
It hurts Chewy.
Remember that one time Brian
Oh,
made Bobby, he didn't lose his shit, man. That was hilarious.
that was a good move.
I was kind of just watching this match, right? I just thought it was a very interesting point. So it feels like during the 80s and 90s, what was equivalent to like now with the Canadian Destroyer and Super Kick, it feels like everybody was doing a leg drop of some sort.
Yeah, it just became a move that was just part of a move set.
Just like the Super Kick now, the Canadian Destroyer. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the next 5 years to see what's going to be the next popular move.
So this
Hmm.
is 1995. Do you think any of the people over, well, some of the older people at this event are still alive?
Hard to say. Probably not.
I'd say most of them. Maybe like a good handful.
Because I just seen like an older couple just walk by in the crowd. They look to be like at least 60, 70. I wonder if they're still alive. At least gotta be 100 and something. I bet.
See, that's the
Oh,
thing at
oh,
this time, man. The demographic was mostly adults watching WCW.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
If kids, if kids watched, it was Hulk Hogan probably.
Yeah,
But if you look in the crowd, it's a lot of adults, and like some people weren't even wrestling fans. Like it was just casual. Like nowadays, you go to the event, you'll see a lot of wrestling shirts.
yeah.
A lot of people. Well, I would say not until the NWO era. That's when you start seeing a lot of black and white.
Yeah, I mean, like you can watch an episode of Nitro and just see nothing but
You'll
NWO
see
shirts in the crowd. That's all you pretty much will see, and like people holding signs and stuff. I mean, it's
you'll
crazy.
see black and white,
It was crazy.
Then Sting face paint on people.
Sting. Well,
Yeah,
that's what's kind of crazy about thinking about. Now we have Darby, we have Bullet Club. You know, who else? Who else would you say would have that same amount of merch as the NWO level, like nowadays?
Mm,
Oh, hmm.
in AEW,
I mean,
Or just
Bullet
any company
Club.
in general. Because I know Bullet Club.
I know Roman Reigns. It's not as popular as the NWO was, but I have a feeling that he's probably making a lot of money. In
Yeah,
AEW, I
off his
say
merch. Hell yeah.
in AEW, I say it's got to be between CM Punk or Sting, because Sting and CM Punk
Yeah.
made a lot of
Oh,
history
yes.
records. Yeah, they made a lot of history records on Shop AEW, and so was Jeff Hardy did.
Punk
Hmm.
still has the number one selling T-shirt on
Shop,
Pro
yeah,
That's
Wrestling
not
Shop.
surprising.
I think Sting's in the top five. Like his debut was out of nowhere. Like there were
That was
reports
certainly
to
surprising.
like there was reports to maybe going to AEW, but nothing like how CM Punk was like he's gonna be there, all
Yeah.
that.
There we go. Now we're getting to high flying action.
Whoa.
Oh,
I just love Bobby Heenan. You can't beat the man on the floor. You can't beat the man on the floor.
so apparently the star of Monday Night Raw tonight, Titus O'Neil, came out and basically said WWE is a safe heaven for fans.
What?
There's a
Are they just showing? Are they just because I've seen reports of like a lot of female wrestlers being unsettled with what Vince McMahon's coming out with them. Is that
yeah.
why, or I think they're doing something special? I don't know. Just what should be me, but like, why have that start your show?
I don't know, man. WWE has been doing a lot of strange moves over the last few weeks
I mean,
since this whole thing came out.
I'm fine with like an opening promo segment, but make it interesting. Like
Yeah, like I don't mind like doing maybe something like after the first match or something. But to start
yeah,
your show off, like that's kind of I guess the hard part why I stopped watching Raw and SmackDown was just because of that reason.
like back then when that like Stone Cold or
Yeah,
something like that, and then they would announce a match later on in the night.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that video of Kevin Owens? It was like in between. It was like come back from a commercial break, and they showed the same video package like 3 times that night. He's like, you already seen this happen tonight. Why is this being shown again?
Yeah, Kevin, he'll break the fourth wall. I love how he does that.
Yeah, it's just weird to me that he never went back. He never like left WWE. I wonder if it's just because it's his lifelong dream. And I guess he's being paid well, and I guess he's not having to wrestle as much.
His contract expired last. It was sometime last year or this year.
Yeah, I think
him and Sammy renewed their contracts. I'm kind of glad they did stay with WWE because if they would have left, they would have went to AEW and they've been even more sad.
I don't think they would have left. I think they're there for life.
Yeah, I could see Kevin Owens and Sammy maybe appearing on ROH one more time.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to the ROH Hall of Fame. Definitely Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen.
Man, Brian's mat work tonight or this episode of this pay-per-view was fire. Like man, like it literally looks like he's doing like true submission holds. Love it.
Yeah. It's impressive, definitely.
Come on, Pillman. Tap, you got less than a minute. Come on. I love this time limit thing. I'm glad that AEW started using it.
Adds suspense to the match.
Oh, look at Johnny be bad, that power up though. Oh shoot. Come on, Pillman. Come on, get out of it. Into the ropes. Uh-oh. Pillman's gonna do a springboard. Come on, put him away.
Ryan Bryan's fixing to fly.
Oh.
Wow.
Dang. What a good match. To a time limit draw.
AEW's had a few time limit draws. Moxley and Pac. I think
Danielson's hell of a match.
Danielson's had 2, Kenny Omega and Hangman.
Are they going to restart the match?
Authorized to go to a sudden death. The WCW Board of Directors.
Restarting the match. Forgot about that.
How did the Board of Directors just make a
they have
decision
a
right there and then? Like, in that short amount of time, how did all the Board of Directors get together and come up with a decision?
All right, restarting the match.
Come on.
I guess.
I knew that was going to happen.
Unless he had an ear speaker in his.
You played towards it.
Do you think of MLW?
I don't know. I haven't watched any of it.
I mean, from what I've seen, I think it's pretty awesome.
I've seen MLW a few of them. I've seen their like their Royal Rumble type thing. It's like 50 men or something like that. It was pretty good. I like Jacob Fly too.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tom Lawler's still there, but what's the other guy's name? I forget what his name is. They got a lot of good talent. Like they used to have a lot of the AEW talent, like MJF, Lucha Bros, Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah.
But if you watched our Alex Shelley interview. He was in MLW for a little bit, and I asked him would he be is he still with them or something like that. And he said no, I'm not going back. Like real fastly, he said that. So,
Yeah.
but that I like MLW, but they it's kind of like Impact. They can't like when they sign someone and their deal's up, they can't re-sign them.
Yeah.
Or if they do
They have great
re-sign them,
talent there, then.
or if they do re-sign them, it's only for a limited time. Like only certain people they keep. Like with the Impact, the only people that they keep is Moose, Edwards,
Yeah.
Sammy Callahan.
Okay, that's great. Saban.
Yeah, Chris Sabin. Yeah, they recently brought him back in 2020.
Maybe Mickey
Yeah.
James at this point. I can see James.
Hmm. That's a thought.
I wouldn't mind doing another Impact night. That'd be
A
fun
what?
too.
Impact?
I think it'd be fun to like a modern Impact. Like go watch some of the modern Impact matches. So I think they've had some great matches lately. Moose and Josh Alexander was great.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people get mad at me on Twitter sometimes because I'll say,
Dang it, Connor!
yeah, I don't even know why I'm mentioning this, but I'll say, not even me, but just like other people say too, that Impact stands for Impact.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I'm not the one who started it. Someone else started it on Twitter, so you go find them and tell them you shouldn't have told me. That's
Don't
enough
shoot the
about
messenger.
that's enough about my social media rants.
Oh, you're one of my favorite people on social media. It's like you're very controversial. You're almost like on Matt Cardona levels of controversial.
Right,
I don't
very
know about
polarizing.
Jeez.
But I put my honest opinions on there about wrestling and stuff. I don't sugarcoat it or anything.
One of the hard part is that people are more sensitive with it, and it's always us versus them.
Yes.
Kind of
Like
mentality.
they like it's like a life or death situation. Like they get so offended.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an opinion. It's just wrestling. It's not like your life depends on it.
That's kind of
Oh,
why I posted to Twitter. When when did wrestling stop being fun? You know,
man, exactly.
Social
That's
media
the meaning
kinda
of it. It's supposed to be fun. That's the point.
social media really kind of took a dive into that.
see, man, we were watching. Was it Hulk Hogan versus Big Boss Man last week? And how many botches do we see in that? But yet nobody complained back then about that.
I feel like they
Yeah,
would
That
have.
was like kayfabe. That's why
I feel like
fans
they
didn't
would.
realize that was scripted.
I feel like they would have if they had social media back then. Because like I know sometimes
probably.
WWE had was it the Live Wire or Jim Ross?
Yeah, live wire.
And then like
That
they
and
would
confidential. They had
then like
confidential as well.
people would call in and like one time they said that this match sucked on Raw. Like it was like a goofy comedy match when WWE was whooping their asses. And they said this match flat out sucked. That's why I turned the channel to watch some good professional wrestling like WCW.
Jeez.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then Jim Ross just hangs up on and slams the phone.
I remember that. They called live wire promoting WCW. That was awesome.
Whoops.
Yeah, and they got so there was people back then that did that, but it wasn't as like it's today. Like people just take it way too serious.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's
But
like because
Jim-
people like. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But Jim Ross got mad. Like there was another person who called talking about Roddy Piper coming out of retirement in WCW, and another person.
Yeah.
Then they asked Jim Ross, what did he think of something about Ric Flair on WCW. Then
So go ask him.
yeah, and then he said the WWF is pertaining into our youth. We don't need to see like a 70. Well, I don't know how were they were, but that we didn't need to see old veterans in the ring all the time and some to move
Mm.
on. But yeah, WWE is the one that signed a lot of them after WCW. Oh,
Oh, damn.
Oh, gee, man.
that's something you see how the camera guys. They don't have that. They don't have many camera guys at the ring anymore.
No.
Well, I think it's like so technology has gotten so great in how they can do their angles. You got
Yeah.
I can't remember that piece of equipment. It's called that telescoping. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that goes around like the whole ring of that kind of cam. Then you have like the one on the ring post. Ooh, Pillman got his knees up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I know when
come on.
I know when RVD does that frog splash and then someone puts their knees up. I know it's gonna hurt.
You're telling me, I mean, that's all. That's straight up abdomen that he's landing on.
Oh, I just love this aggression from Pillman. Jeez, man.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of that loose
This
cannon
match,
kind of beginning to grow inside of him. You know what I mean?
this match has gone on for 35. Well, this including the entrances and intro to the event, at least
Yeah.
30 minutes. Oh, good suicide
Whoa!
dive.
Good flying,
Probably,
man.
I believe
Flying Brian.
I'm fixing to get a commercial because I'm crossing the like orange line. It's fixing to come an ad. I bet all of us
Man,
get it
don't
at the
get
same time. Please do not let me get a women's commercial. Please do not let me get a women's commercial.
I can
Please.
really just wait till
It
after the match to
could-
do a commercial.
it's approaching.
Can we just
Scary.
get
It's
the
like we're on
1995 commercials?
right?
Hey, why don't they do that? Like with some of these older stuff, put 1995 commercials.
That would be
One,
awesome.
Oh,
See those
two.
old commercials. Oh, jeez.
Oh, good kick out by Pillman.
Ouch.
Good near
Ouch.
fall.
no,
He's wearing a cup.
I know that. Yeah, he barely kicked out. He barely kicked out of that.
Oh, that was a cool catch, the crossbody. And Pillman lost. Dang.
Ooh,
Oh,
one.
and he flipped it over.
Yep. Well, that was good. Like they both did a crossbody, and then he was able to flip it over, flipping
That was a
over.
smart
I
move
don't think I've
by
ever
Johnny B.
seen that in
Page.
a wrestling match.
That
Was
was
a great
great.
match. Definitely a 10-star match. That's what I.
And this was the opener.
Yeah, I
I
was
give it a
very
4.5, maybe 4 3/4.
4 out of 10.
Jeez.
No, sorry, sorry, out
4
of
or
5.
5.
Yeah. Say out of 10, I'd probably say an 8.5 or 9.
Dusty Reynolds, you're going by. Dusty, he never went by Dusty Reynolds, did he? Dusty Rhodes.
I always went by Dustin Rhodes. Or Dusty
The
Rhodes.
guy, they had a son that said Dusty Reynolds.
Dusty Reynolds.
Uh-oh.
he
Well, I
probably,
guess we know his
he
nickname
probably
then.
didn't even mean. He probably didn't even know you said that until later. Because at the time he wouldn't. They weren't going by Reynolds.
Like his actual real last name is Reynolds, but he never went by
Right.
wrestling. That was a great opener.
Yeah.
Ooh, we get to see some Booker T. Yeah.
Harlem Heat.
And that is the Nature Boy Ric Flair
Woo.
against his close friend Arn Anderson, who these fans international know the both men very, very well, as well do our fans all across the world. Well, this is something that should have never happened. It's all because of Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan first came here to WCW, Flair snapped. His mind went in a different direction.
I'll be right back, you guys.
Arn's been trying to hold it
All right.
together.
Cool. Yeah, I miss Bobby, man. He was something else.
I was about to say he would be good in AEW.
He'll be so good in AEW.
especially with someone like MJF, him being on his side, making all kinds of
Yeah, I
excuses
can
for
totally
him.
see that.
He would come up with every kind of excuse for a heel. Yeah, I got a commercial now.
Yep. Luckily, it's only one, I think, since it's timed.
Mine's 50-second or 49-second no commercial. There's a bunch of commercials combined it in.
There's this dude doing sign language in the TV in the commercial. That's new.
Hmm.
I mean, he's like doing the subtitles for the commercial and like doing sign language for it.
Surprised they haven't done that a lot here because like a lot of people. I wonder how they hear the TV. I got it. It's just going back.
Yeah, that
I
Mean
got it.
Gene.
Yeah, I love Gene Okerlund. He like Bobby Heenan would always give any excuse for the heels, but Gene Okerlund would tear down the heels. Like he would. He's not afraid to say anything.
Yeah, that was what was cool about him.
Sometimes it got him in trouble though.
Yeah, vintage Ric Flair right here.
Seen today, his last match is going to be it's going to be a tag match. Him and Andrade versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal
Huh?
tag match. I knew it wasn't going to be no one-on-one match. They said that Ric Flair's injured going in.
He's injured going in.
That's what I've seen
Jeez.
that somewhere. I don't know. He's going to be wrestling.
That's what I'm
He's
saying. I
probably not
don't
going
think
to.
he's gonna do much. He's probably
I
just
put
gonna do a couple of
Andrade.
chops.
I put
You know.
Andrade and Jay
Yeah.
Lethal do most of the wrestling.
Yeah. I can
I
see
haven't
him
seen
doing like
Jeff.
his final figure four, and that'll be it.
I haven't seen Jeff Jarrett wrestle in years. Well, I seen him. He was on
Yeah, it's been a
WWE.
while.
He was on the
Yeah.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and they thought that he was gonna have some kind of angle with him and Elias, but that never went anywhere.
Like they don't even give it a chance.
No.
Elias could be a world. Well, could have been a world champion. They didn't ruin him now. I believe still could be a champion, but
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the
I don't.
dude is talented.
I don't know why they don't get Damian Sandow to play Ezekiel or something like that.
That's not bad thinking. That
He
I'd
looks
get it.
exactly
I'd
like
watch
him.
that. I'd watch that.
The
Sandow's
voice,
funny as hell too.
the voices sound different, but they
Yeah.
look exactly the same. A lot of people are like saying that. What if Elias doesn't even exist? It's all been Damian Sandow this whole time.
That'd be
I
funny.
don't think that's true, but if it was, out there, what kind of theme song is this? Who came out with your theme music? Cobra.
Hold on one second. I had to shut my door.
Yeah, you avoided the sucky theme song. Mario Neely. This match is coming. Yeah, I can already tell it probably will be. I don't know either two. I don't know either two of these guys.
This one is Craig Pittman, I think. This is Sergeant Craig Pittman. And the other guy was Cobra. I think their whole storyline was that Pittman left him in the middle of a war or something like that. He left him to die, and he came back. That's the way they were spinning it back then. I remember I used to watch the WCW hardcore back then. So
Uh, I don't think that.
that's not Pittman. That's
Yeah, I
that's
don't,
what's his name, Prince Iakea.
brother. Say I don't look like.
Pittman's supposed to be the one coming out.
I know a little bit about Pittman, but I watched. It was like last year. I watched some of these. I don't know anything about. I don't know any of this angle really.
And Pittman could have been huge. That dude could have been like a
Oh,
megastar.
is he gonna come down from the ceiling?
Yeah, that's what
Uh,
he's doing.
I don't think you. What is that? Oh, is he? I think
It's
you should have came around
military.
should have came around the other way. Well, that is smart to go around that way so they don't see you. What has he got a gun? So he got bullets.
I used to like the whole Sergeant Craig
Oh,
Pittman gimmick. I thought it was cool back then. He was a heel, but yet he was a military guy. you
yeah.
would think, you would think in the world of wrestling, military, characters would be faces.
Yeah. Especially during that time,
Yeah,
1995.
yeah. But yeah, I think that was pretty much the whole story. Was that they're in some war or in some battle, and
Like in
Sergeant.
real life.
Uh, no, not in real life.
Uh,
It's kayfabe. Like in yeah, that was the whole story between them while they were fighting,
uh,
and like
that
he had
was,
came
I
back
think
for
that
revenge.
was the, oh, I know that hurt. Who is this woman? And is she a, oh, that was, he ain't touching, dude. He did try to go for a leg drop or something, and he code red on him. That was it.
Yep, that's what his move was too. That armbar.
That was a decent, that was an okay match. I didn't give it much time, that's for sure.
Right? No, barely any time at all. Really.
I want to see uh, both these guys can do in a match because this wasn't didn't really show what they could do really. Guess it's a kill time. I don't know.
And
Or
see,
trying to
after
get
a while in WCW, it wasn't about building new characters. It was all about the old people. It was all about building up Hogan and Flair and all of them. They didn't really build up all new characters until Russo came along. You know.
like really the only like their homegrown stars were like Sting, Booker T.
Yeah.
Not many because Ric Flair was already like guys like that were already established in WWE.
Right.
I would say DDP's a homegrown WCW guy, even though he started wrestling late in his life.
Mm-hmm. He was like in his mid-30s when he started.
Mr. Wonderful. I met him 2018.
Hmm.
It was Rome, Georgia, I think.
He
Yeah,
seems like he's pretty cool.
I got another commercial. The same commercial from last time. But when I met him, he didn't charge a thing. Like he signed my book and took a picture for free.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
It's very rare when wrestlers do that.
yeah. Do you know who man on a mission is?
Yeah, yeah.
Mabel,
MOM,
Servo,
yeah. I
and
remember them. Mom.
like like Oscar.
Yeah.
He a total rip off. Okay, he was at that event, and he kept every time I go by him, he would pressure me to buy something. If it was like, I'm in that book, I'm in that book. I'll go $40. Then
He was
when I,
hustling you.
he like one time I went around, he said 40. Then when I came back around, he said 60.
Yeah,
Then
he
he
was
kept on
he was getting his hustle on with you.
kept on badgering me, so I did it. He for like $30,
You
but
know, what's his name? Vincent. He's the same way. He would pressure people into buying stuff and like if you took a picture with him, like he can just walk up to you and be like, "Hey, you want a picture?" He wouldn't even say anything about a price, and then after you take the picture, oh
yeah,
yeah, that'll be $100. Like what?
that's what
What do you
Bob
mean?
that's what Bob Backlund did to me at WrestleCon. I went up to him.
Bob Backlund with you?
Yeah, I did that one time. He said I gave him my book and I asked him how much is it. I guess he probably didn't acknowledge it. Then he just took my book, signed it, and he said that'll be $20. I
Wow.
just said it. I'd like to say you should have told me that before, like I asked. I'll do that again. I mean, it's one thing you need money, but who is this guy?
Oh, I forget.
He's
He
like a
was
motivational speaker.
Yeah, he was like one of those gimmicky motivational speakers. I mean, like that's no gimmick. That's what he looked like real in real life back then. He walked around looking like that. That's not just a wrestling thing. He had the white afro and everything.
That's his
You
actual
see him in
hair.
the, yeah, like you would see him in the store having that hair,
Uh,
like that. That was the real deal. I think that's why WCW used him because he was kind of an oddball.
hmm,
But he was a legit kind of motivational speaker kind of person.
around the time I met Bob back when he was Darren Young. I guess he thought he was some hot stuff since he was with WWE.
I think this at a time where he changed his theme song and everything. Mr. Wonderful.
Uh, Mario, I met Bob back when in 2013 at WrestleCon. That's cool. Where was the WrestleCon during that time? If you know, comment that. I like going to WrestleCon, but just be prepared to stay all day.
Yeah, it's an
It's
all day affair.
it's a madhouse, that thing. Like like when you first get in there in the mornings, it's not too bad, but wait 2 3 hours and it's packed. And you
Jeez.
can't like it take like it's this big like everyone's trying to walk and everyone's in lines. Then you're confused what line you're supposed to be in. And
Yeah.
one time
That's why
we
I would like
thought
to get everything done like early in the day before like a whole crowd of people just storms the building.
so like the one thing with WrestleCon is like certain wrestlers are different times of the day. Like Bret Hart might be there from 12 to 2, and
Hmm.
like the thing starts at like 7. You got to wait all that time. So,
Yeah.
so you really got to plan how you're gonna Diamond Dallas Page, DDP.
That
Is that
old school gear.
the Diamond Doll maybe?
I forget who that guy was.
I think that's Diamond Doll maybe. Yeah, there's that. There's that.
The
Well,
dumb doll
get
was Kimberly. I'm trying to remember what that guy's name was because he really didn't have any specific kind of gimmick. He was just a big dude. He was just there.
kind of like Christian Cage's guy, Tonko.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know why he didn't follow him to AEW. He should have. I swear he followed him everywhere he went. From WWE
Yeah,
to
pretty
TNA.
much.
He wouldn't be nothing without Christian Cage. Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised if eventually you do see Tonko come to AEW because, as far as I know, he hasn't retired. So
I could see him and Christian versus Jurassic Express.
that'd be cool, though. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, rip off Ultimate Warrior coming out. I swear he does.
Oh,
He just came out like a Storm entrance.
I remember what. Yeah, I remember this match. This is. I think
But
this is one of the last times you see the Renegade, as far as looking like this.
look, he was a pretty decent wrestler.
Yeah, he just got saddled up with Ultimate Warrior's gimmick, and they. I don't know. I
Yeah.
think that kind of derailed them.
No, almost hit the ref right there.
And like his life was really never the same after all this. Kind of sad.
I wonder if he's still alive.
No, the Renegade. He committed suicide.
Oh, like around this time, or
No, it was some year. It was wow. It was like probably a few decades ago. It's been a long time. DDP ran into the pole. You see?
I didn't know that. Tomko and Albert went to New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
And see, this is like time way before DDP kind of became really popular. I mean, at this time he was just a pretty good heel that they would put on like the mid card and everything. But after a while, I mean, he became like the fan favorite in WCW for a long time.
Yeah, Tomko doesn't look like he used to look.
No, he looks way different now, I think.
He got arrested one time. Well, it's got a mug shot. It's got a mug shot of him right here. So
Not surprising.
wonder where Lane went.
Mm.
Oh, dive and hit the ropes.
Ugh, that looked nasty. Oh man.
I'm 100% sure DDP is going to win this match. Oh, DDP is looking good in this match.
Yeah.
It's him.
Because I know eventually Jimmy turns on the Renegade and wipes the paint off his face. I don't know if it's after this match or not. And it was pretty harsh too when he did it, because he was like, "You're nobody now. You're just plain old Rick," and that was pretty harsh. And his life was never the same. It's pretty sad when you think about it.
Has he a dark side of the ring type thing?
He should. I mean, thinking about it, the way his career went, I mean, he should have a something about that about him. Because he's not. I mean, he is just one of a handful of people that's happened to in the business.
Why is Test not acknowledged by WWE?
And you know what? I was talking about that to somebody not long ago, and that's a good question. I mean, nobody ever really talks about him.
He was one of the best big men during that time.
Yeah. I don't know, because WWE, they're like that. They're trying to kind of separate themselves. If the person's death had to do with drugs or anything like that, for some reason they kind of separate themselves from even mentioning them if it had anything to do with drugs or murder or whatever. And I mean,
Hulk Hogan used to
as
be
a
on that list.
business, you can as a business on the business side, I can understand that. But I mean, at the same time, Test, he contributed so much to the business. Nobody ever mentions him at
This
all.
Test reports reveal that his real name's Martin's death caused by a accidental overdose of prescription pain medication
Hmm.
oxycodone. An accidental
Yeah.
overdose.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only person that's noticed how WWE, they are quick to kind of not mention people that have gone through, those kind of deaths. They're like, okay, we're gonna not talk about that.
I mean, he says accidental. I don't know how you could accidentally, or I don't know how that would.
I'm sure he was just popping them and didn't realize how much he was popping, and it
Mhm.
got to him. Look at DDP out there bumping. That is, he's bumping like a madman for the Renegade.
I remember that time he was on AEW. 2020
Yeah.
Bash the Beach. Him and
Hmm.
MJF was funny.
That was good. I really enjoyed that.
I want to see a dark side ring of MJF and what really happened when he cut that promo and what all happened during Double or Nothing. And
Yeah, like yeah, I feel the same way. I want to know what's going on behind the scenes at that exact moment.
because
Like, was the backstage going crazy? What was going on?
I know it happened recently. Like like a lot of stuff they do in Dark Side Ring took place years ago, but
Hmm.
I want to know what like Tony Khan refuses to talk about it. MJF's nowhere to be seen. Like they eventually got to talk about it
Yeah,
because people's gonna keep asking over and over and over.
nobody's gonna let it go until somebody
Yeah,
decides to say something about it.
it's gonna be like the screw job, Bret Hart, and until someone
Right.
says something.
And then it took them years to finally come out and talk about that.
Yeah, it took like 10, 15 years and stuff.
Yeah.
Guess we'll be waiting that long.
I guess so.
Dark Side of the Ring 2035 or something.
Right.
So Dark Side of the Ring, please stay around until then so we can get this story.
Inquiring minds want to know. Look at DDP. He is just bumping like crazy out there.
Uh,
Oh
I
man.
linked the body slam. That was a mistake. Should have went for the cover.
Max Muscle. Oh, Max.
Yeah, that was another mistake. Should have went for DDP.
Right. I mean, why is he even there? What's his?
He went to the top rope and then just
Ugh.
diamond cutter.
Why'd he dive on a Max wound? That's stupid.
Should have just went for DDP.
Exactly. If we would have, if he went for DDP, he would have won the match.
Yep, that's it.
That was a dumb move. You're gonna pay attention to somebody that's not even in the match.
I mean, Jimmy Hart was out there. He was his manager, so he could have
Yeah,
taken care of him.
he was trying
So,
to.
Jimmy Hart was the one that wanted him to do it. He called for him, the
Hmm.
idiot.
Yeah, you're right. He caught from the jump on that. That was a dumb move by Jimmy then.
It's probably the best they went their separate ways. Hey, I wanted to see what he was going to say. Commercial.
They went straight into it.
Yeah, I wanted to see what he was going to say. Tony Schiavone. At the recent AEW Dark tapings, there was a lot of former WWE stars there. Well, NXT stars, really.
Yeah, I hear a lot about that.
What was his name? They were saying that he was the next Brock Lesnar.
Ooh.
He was a baller guy.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Just forget his name. I know exactly
Parker,
who it is.
Parker something. He was on there. There was a few other people. I didn't even know who they were. That was
Yeah,
next
didn't
to.
they form a new stable? Something like that.
Yeah,
I forget what it's called.
it was. Yeah, a few of them were in NXT. I don't know much about. I know about Parker a little bit, but I don't really
Yeah.
know too much of the other guys. I would put people like that on ROH. That would be perfect for
Yeah.
a role club.
Oh, the brain.
Clash of the Champions. They want AEW to do that. So, Battle of the Belts, Clash. Uh, Tony Schiavone doesn't know what to say to that. He don't know what to say to that.
They are funny together, man. Bobby and Tony were funny together. You see, Tony's trying his best not to laugh, but he's doing it
Uh,
though.
Harlem Heat is next. I forget who they're going against here. Sensational Sherry. She managed a lot of people over the years.
Yeah. Managing Harlem Heat.
What did he say? He just dropped the F bomb.
It sounded like it. It sounded
If,
like it.
if he didn't, that, there's a lot of footage for Peacock. I bet they didn't look through all this stuff. That's a lot of hours of.
Yeah. The
I,
library is
I,
pretty huge.
I know he said that he dropped at least the 2, 3 F bombs in that.
That's what it sounded like, though. It did sound like that.
I know who Connor Parker is from WWE, but I don't know.
Bunkhouse Buck.
I know Connor Parker, Tennessee Lee, or whatever his name is. He was in WWE, but
Yeah.
yeah, I got Harlem Heat winning this.
Bunkhouse Buck and Dirty Dick Slater.
Mm. What a name!
Yeah, that's a name for you.
During this time, that wouldn't work well. the same people that they just showed booing DDP are booing them.
Yeah.
The same two fans. That woman and the kid. Yeah, the WCW hotline. They're talking about it. My friend
Yep.
did that years ago when he charged that thing up to $600, $700. So it like they don't tell you it's that it charge you.
No, they don't tell you that at all.
They just say call the hotline. You're not guaranteed to. Are you? I don't think you were guaranteed to talk to anyone, but he kept on and on and on and on and on and on. And he got to talk
Yeah,
to one
because
of them.
mostly what it was just you want an
Yeah,
automated telephone call, and they were talking to like Mean Gene the whole time, really.
yeah. I know one time they had that showed it on like Randy Savage and Sting,
Yeah.
but he kept on and on and on and on and on. And then like over the night, I think it was like up to $600, $700. He rung that thing up too. He thought it was free. He got to talk to
Yeah.
one of them. I can't remember who it was, but his mom was mad at him. He was only like 18 years old. I don't know how old he was at the time, but and it was on her credit card. So
Oh shit. I'd be pissed too.
it was when they had the home phones. People had a lot of the home phones.
Right.
He rung that thing up. I wish they'd still do that, but
Yeah, times change.
now you have meet and greets and stuff. So no need for any of that.
Hey guys, sorry about that. There was some. I had to help talk to my fiance about some stuff.
Oh, you're fine.
No problem, man.
What timestamp are we at?
107. Well, 107.50. But Harlem Heat and Bunkhouse Buck.
Okay, good. Because
Yeah.
I'm at that part. I'm at that part, so we're good.
Real tag team name. What did you say his name was, Mr. Jacobs?
Bunkhouse Buck and Dirty Dick Slater.
Dirty Dick Slater almost sounds like Dirty Dan. Who's the real Dirty Dan?
Oh man.
That
those
wouldn't
That
age.
is a name.
That wouldn't age well today's.
Oh yeah, great name.
Right?
It's almost as good as Gunter
Oh man.
or who else has had some weird name changes lately? There's been some weird ones.
Butch.
Butch, yes, Butch.
Like I was
Daddy
complaining-
Magic.
I was saying,
Mansua.
I don't know, on one thing, I was saying that Pete Dunne will always be Pete Dunne. I will never call him Butch. And someone was saying, and someone was saying like move on and stuff. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna move on. Pete Dunne's a
He's
way. You're
always
not gonna
Pete
tell
Dunne.
me. You're not gonna tell me Pete Dunne. You're not gonna tell me that Butch is a better name than Pete Dunne. You're not gonna tell. Who would name their child Butch? Well, if you did name your child that, I'm sorry, but if anyone's watching this,
No, like I said, I guess sometimes I feel like they're going back in time. It's almost something what they were doing to like the wrestlers in the '80s, like they did with Von Erich, calling him the Texas Tornado
Yeah.
or the Red Rooster,
Like yeah, going back to those silly 80s gimmicks.
the
Exactly.
Goblin Cooker.
I feel like WWE's just kind of put the TV-14 label and have nothing like more
Who's not
rated. But they'll
My
probably they'll probably get to say like a few words they didn't get to say,
bitch.
but
Mhm.
not compared to what AEW does.
Right. Because I don't think you'll ever see blood. And, well, not for a long time, at least in WWE.
Not unless it's accidental, like actually getting.
Yeah, unless it's accidental.
You can't. Did do they even have Extreme Rules anymore?
Extreme rules.
Uh, I
There ain't
can't
no
remember that.
extreme to it. Like the last
Extreme.
good Extreme Rules I've seen was when it was Chris Jericho and Moxley in the steel cage.
Oh, the
Yeah,
That was the
versus
last
Asylum
good one.
match.
Yeah, that was the
yeah, the
last.
asylum match.
Like
That
that was
one
the
was
last.
fun. That's the thing. That was
Like
fun. Like, I
I
like
feel like
that.
that was the last good Extreme Rules I remember seeing. One with
I
Randy
mean,
Orton
now
versus
it's just a
Rollins.
name, you know.
It's just a
Yeah,
gimmick.
Yeah,
What's the
now
point of
it's just a
having it?
gimmick.
kind of like Hell in a Cell, and
What?
I
Yeah,
like
like, how
when
much?
Money in the Bank was like at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Squash match, pretty much.
Yeah, I got Harlem Heat's gonna win this match.
Yeah.
I don't see how they haven't already won.
Sorry, they're
Because I remember
these
at this
jobbers.
time, these two teams had a beef going on, but it was mostly between Sherry and the Colonel.
Meanwhile, her man dominated the snake so far. Doing a lot of power moves, a lot of headlocks. You steer to the
Like when
And then for
Harlem Heat,
some weird reason, Sherry fell in love with the Colonel.
yeah, I remember
That was
that.
weird. I mean,
That's good shit.
And didn't it cost him the tag title or something?
yeah, it cost her Harlem Heat the tag titles.
What the? I just love Booker T. Like he's always been good.
I
Yeah,
seen CM Punk's gonna be coming back really soon.
Oh, good. We need
that's
that.
great to hear. Hell yeah.
I think he will be on AEW TV in the next 2-3 weeks, and then he'll wrestle Moxley at All Out.
Yeah, that's
Or
probably good.
or if he doesn't wrestle All Out, it's gonna be Moxley and CM Punk at Dynamite Grand Slam.
Yeah, I can see Grand Slam before.
Hmm.
I don't think I think Punk will be back before Full Gear. I think he'll be back sometime in August, probably.
Oh,
Well,
that's good.
yeah, I kind of had an interesting idea. What if CM Punk like was hurt before the MJF promo, and I wonder if they're just keeping him off TV until CM Punk got back.
Hmm.
I was gonna think about this the other day. It's like 'cause I still think it's a work with
Well, I think that
MJF.
same night, like the same night that MJF had that promo, CM Punk got injured. Because didn't CM
Yeah.
Punk? Yeah, because CM Punk already had the belt. It was CM Punk and FTR teaming up.
Yeah.
That's when he got
Yeah, that's
injured.
right.
But I don't know what they do with him. 'Cause I feel like that they was going to have CM Punk. Well, I heard a report saying that MJF was supposed to beat CM Punk at All Out for the title.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I
And
would probably do that Full Gear or
Revolution.
Revolution. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
probably do the Revolution to give CM Punk a decent amount of title defenses and somewhat of a reign.
Hmm.
But I don't know if you could keep MJF off that long.
Well, what you could do is have MJF like just be like a Pillman
Or
character.
we could have MJF take it at Winter is Coming.
Yeah.
I've always liked Winter is Coming.
That's what 4 or 5 months away.
Yeah, in December. Yeah.
Just starting now. Like, just have MJF just start causing issues now.
Yeah, and then when CM Punk comes back,
Yeah. Start planting those seeds.
when CM Punk comes. I mean, when MJF comes back, it's gonna be a big pop.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I'm just waiting to see a heel CM Punk. I think that'll be great.
I think that's what you'll have to do after he loses the title.
Hmm.
I wouldn't mind seeing MJF and CM Punk feuding for a title for a whole year. I know it would get tired after a while, but I believe they could make it interesting.
I think they could stretch it out to a year if they did it right.
I believe it's possible if they're like you could even switch roles and switch. You You could do a lot of stuff with that
And you
storyline.
can incorporate other wrestlers within the story. You know.
Yeah, like MJF going to CM Punk's home with AJ Lee there and just beating him up in his own home.
That'd be good.
Then
Yeah, exact. There you go.
like AJ Lee makes a little cameo,
Exactly.
or
That'll be dope.
like how about like CM Punk's at a Chicago Blackhawks game, or like whatever it's called, and then MJF shows up in the crowd and starts beating him up and takes him on
Dude,
the
See,
in a
that's
New York
good.
jersey, in a Rangers jersey, yes.
Yes. There you
and,
go.
and take him
That's a
out
great
on the
idea,
ice.
though.
Take him out on the ice and start beating him up on the ice.
You could do it on you could do it at halftime.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that'd be perfect. Or do it while the game's
MJF
playing.
started running over Zamboni.
Uh,
Who needs to chill now, Punk? Who needs to chill?
They can make that. That could drag out so good. Now, if you're going to do the bookings to like they did with Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins, don't even bother doing it. They drug that
Oh.
out. So
God,
brought-
that was terrible.
they brought in Rey Mysterio's whole family. And,
yeah, pretty much.
With Buddy Matthews, that was weird with him with Buddy Matthews and his dog. That was really weird.
like he's like 20 years older than her, probably.
The fake eye bullshit.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I think if they had decided to go TV-14 back then and then kind of push that angle to where it was that violent, it would have went over better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like, they could do like I said, first blood match, which is very interesting because it's weird because like there's things like on the WWE game you can do that the company cannot do.
Yeah.
In the first blood match.
I'm not gonna lie, the Bunkhouse Buck's very boring.
Yeah, he was boring, but he was very boring. But the character, I don't know, the character was one of those typical, I guess, hillbilly type of characters.
But the Harlem Heat saving this match.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
He's, sensational for sure.
It's really anything with Booker. Like I said, it's anything. Let's go back to Booker T. Anything with Booker,
Oh,
he just knows wrestling so well.
Yeah.
That's why it hurts me every time I see him bash AEW.
but here's the thing that he doesn't even watch AEW, and like he even admitted that he doesn't watch AEW. He
Doesn't at all.
He just reads about it. So how can you judge something if you don't really watch it? I mean, you can listen to people's opinions,
That's Jim
but
Cornette.
yeah, if he doesn't watch it, I feel like he does.
I mean, I don't know if he does or he has somebody do it for him, but I think Jim Cornette, he does kind of
like a lot of stuff
he knows what's
says-
going on because
Like
he
a
talks
lot
about
of
it on his podcast.
He's still a
Like-
character. That's the thing.
But like some of the things that he says is like moves in the match, so he would have to watch it to know. It was because Joey Janela.
Yeah.
It was like he was pointing out moves in the match, so he has to watch it some.
Yeah.
He was talking
But
about
if you hate it that much, why watch it? You know?
yeah, if you don't enjoy it, just don't even watch
Exactly. Now I will say this. I mean, I may not agree about everything Jim Cornette has to say about wrestling, but I will sit down and listen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like, there's every once in
he
a while
always-
he'll have like a good point out there, but
it. He always makes everything funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's not even trying to be funny.
Yeah, he's naturally a funny person.
I would say AEW should reach out to him, but I don't know how that would work. Him and AEW.
well, I think it'd bring a realism to it.
I don't know how he would get along with the backstage because he's already pissed off a lot of people.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he has burned
but
some
again,
bridges.
he would probably sell. He'd probably do something for money. It'd like back to the whole Jeff Jarrett and Kurt Angle thing, you know.
Yeah.
He would. I think he'd do business.
Or I think Eric Bischoff's definitely burned his bridges. AEW.
Well,
Yeah,
I think it's
definitely.
upsetting because, like, I liked him the couple times they brought him in, but then, like, did he just?
He got mad because
he
he
got a
didn't
job.
get a job. Yeah, that's basically it.
Him and Chavo.
I think him and Chavo made up. Tony, like he was on the Ring of Honor pay per view.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. But
I think
don't
they
know.
eventually made amends about it, but
I
Chavo
think so.
Guerrero, they took him off the roster, but he wasn't necessarily on the contract. He was on a pay-per-appearance deal.
Yeah, so
Right.
like, you can't get out of that if you.
Yeah, if he was on a contract, yeah, I could see they just took you off for no reason. But I mean, they could if you're on a pay-per-appearance deal, they have every right. They could just not even use you anymore.
True.
Yeah.
I think people
Yeah.
just don't want to admit that WWE isn't the top dog in town anymore. Just because they have
Yeah.
the viewership and sponsors, but it doesn't mean they're the best wrestling company on TV.
Right. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who won't admit that.
I mean, WWE will like always be yes, they defeated WCW and ECW. They're probably like one of the biggest companies ever. But
Hmm.
nowadays, they're not producing great content.
Right.
The only reason why they beat WCW was because of the network itself, not because.
Because
And it's funny.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
true.
even Vince, he wanted to keep going, but his relationship with was it USA. It's like, nope, you can't do
Yeah.
it. So basically, I don't know. I guess it's the sad part is maybe he did try fighting for it? Question mark. But when your company kind of goes bankrupt, you kind of can't do anything about that.
yeah, like
True.
Warner Media owned WCW, so that's the good thing about AEW is that they don't. I think they own some things like trademarks and things like the TNT title, TBS
Hmm.
championship, certain things, but they don't necessarily own the company. So if AEW had to find a network that could leave, like TNT, well, they could cancel them, but they wouldn't like
Right.
cancel the like they
But
didn't have.
they wouldn't be out of business though.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the good thing about AEW. Like they would have to rename the TNT women's, like the men's television championship and the women's television championship,
Right.
basically.
That'd be a good name for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you think about it, look how many times they've look what they did for Wardlow. When Wardlow won the championship, they even acknowledged it. When
Yeah.
was the last time USA Network, besides just a commercial or Fox, really acknowledged, hey, this is our champion?
Oh, they don't give a crap.
One thing about to Fox, like I said, wrestling to them is just a circus. I know I use that analogy a lot, but to them, it's just
That's true.
they already have 1 million viewers, so it's just gonna keep building every week.
Right.
Which is weird. Like I don't get how they haven't dropped so much.
Yeah, I don't see how people watch. I mean, there's not really any. I mean, I get some people just watch for certain wrestlers like AJ Styles, Randy
Yeah.
Orton, or Drew McIntyre.
What am I
Yeah.
watching?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
What? What?
What is
It's a little too alternative for me.
I don't know what's fixing to happen here.
Let's put on the ring. Is that the
Thank
Rock
you.
So
and Roll
right now,
Express?
Bunkhouse Book is going for the pin.
Who is that?
That's the Nasty Boys.
Oh, those the Nasty Boys?
The Nasty Boys.
What are you hitting with a shoe?
Oh, dang.
Oh, what a match this was.
Great tag match, thanks to Harlem Heat, but
Why are they kissing?
I don't need to see this.
Ugh. They really are kissing.
This is
Yeah.
too much for me.
Yeah, because in kayfabe they were falling in love,
That's gross.
and that was so weird because it didn't fit in any part of the story that they were telling here. But it's wrestling, so anything
It's
can
a
happen. I
wrestling.
guess you know.
That was gross.
Yeah, it was gross to watch as a kid.
No, they're mad because he calls me mad.
What's going on? Okay then. Okay. I got
Yeah. What a match.
I don't even need to see a replay of it. Come on, man.
Yeah, then they
No.
replay it
No.
They're gonna.
Stop it,
Okay.
Bischoff. Stop it.
as if it wasn't enough.
You got to relive the moment.
Ugh. It'll suck
Bobby
the
Heenan
breath.
says. Bobby Heenan says the Hershey kiss.
Oh man.
That was gross.
Okay then. For those of you watching at home,
I still would
You won't
rather
be able
watch
to unsee that.
I
do you
still,
think that's
I,
almost this one?
I still would rather watch this than a Marina Shafir match. But I don't know. This is
This reminds me of the whole like Kane,
lead up.
CM Punk, who else? Daniel Bryan, the whole AJ style or AJ League, like bouncing from man to man.
Yeah, I remember that.
Ugh.
Loves it.
I don't get how they can wrestle in cowboy boots. And they're still showing the dang video. Come on.
Replaying it again.
They're gonna make sure you see that.
Those southern accents. Very dramatic. It's okay. It's okay. We still got our best sister cousin to go kiss on afterwards.
This thing's got drawn out. This whole match.
Yeah.
It's ended already. Every match has been.
And they're playing it again on the screen in the back.
Yeah.
It's kind of a down for me during the whole thing.
Oh man, how many times are they gonna replay that?
Yeah, there was
No.
the
Oh,
replaying
dang,
again.
my face just kicked me out. Dang it.
Like it was, it kicked you out.
I gotta go back
They'll
in.
make
Dang
sure
it.
that they're gonna sear that image inside of your brain
What
forever.
time stamp are we at again?
1:28:04. You gotta replay it again on the last screen. That's like the third time they've
Don't need
replayed
to
it.
see this again. Come on, Eric Bischoff. Come on.
They are milking this segment, I swear.
This storyline cannot be taken seriously.
Not at all.
Gene Okerlund's trying not to laugh.
Harlem Heat's great.
He knows it sucks. He knows
I'm
the
sure Mean
storyline
Gene
sucks.
busted out laughing once he was off camera.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them did. Probably the ones who Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
It's the next pay-per-view.
Yep.
That's trippy, man. Whoa.
Oh, that was their previous pay-per-view. Watch it on video cassette. Yes, that was their previous.
That was 95. I forgot. Yeah, this is Havoc
I got
95.
I got a few VHSs still.
I've been wanting to start a collection of them.
I got
I'd like to start one too.
I got the Hulk Hogan was in it. It was the ninja. It's some kind of ninja movie with Hulk Hogan.
Three Ninjas.
Yeah, I got all those movies in VHS. I got another Hulk Hogan movie on VHS.
I want to watch. I heard No Hold Barred is great.
I got Home Alone VHS. I got a few VHSs. I used to have a bunch. I guess I don't know what happened to them.
That's the same way with me and DVDs. I lose a lot of them over time.
I think they got sold over the years.
Mm.
I remember having a bunch of VHS
Can't
tapes,
get a
like
commercial.
lots of old WCW, WWF. They're like SummerSlam, Luger versus Yokozuna. Like it was fresh. It wasn't even
Yeah.
taken out or anything. I do have the Beyond the Ring documentary type thing, VHS.
Oh, cool.
I like that documentary. Like they mentioned
That is a
WCW.
really good documentary.
They didn't mention WCW at one point. I think it was based on WWE. Well, they mentioned ECW in it too, but
Yeah, they did mention ECW in it.
I'm always thinking about the production of my body and the quality of my food is so important.
Yeah, that's not terrible. Like $40 for a fall brawl tape.
I got a variety of delicious meals.
now that those days are nowadays.
About 20 or 30 minutes. And I say
Right now, like I'm looking on eBay right now to see how much how much it would be. Like I'm looking $40 best offer.
I'm gonna go on WCW.com and see what it pops up.
Do it. I'm curious.
Probably take it to WWE.
Yeah, it's taking me to the WWE, WCW
See?
alumni, reliving details about the WCW relaunch that almost happened. Yeah, so,
I'm surprised they never relaunched W.
yeah, like they weren't supposed to. Like Ted Turner wasn't gonna sell it. He was gonna like take a few months break and then come back to Warner Media. But Eric Bischoff just said, "Don't even like just sell it while you can.
Yeah.
Before it's too late, no one's gonna want to buy it."
I remember Chris Jericho said if he knew the price of it at that time, he would have bought it.
Really?
Yeah, because they were
WCW.
selling it for so cheap. Yeah.
Oh wow. He should have reached out. Maybe WCW, if WCW was still around and WWE, I don't think there would be an AEW.
Probably.
Because
Yeah,
there would
we
still be that.
need.
Well, like AEW would be WCW, like Kenny Omega, all them, and
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
What do you call it? Yeah.
here's a Saturday night things I would like to react to, but they don't have all of them on Peacock. Like they got like 3 seasons, and they only have 1995. Like they have 3 episodes of each year.
Mm. See young Charlotte there?
Yeah. David Flair. Is Flair and Arn Anderson next?
Hope
Yep.
so. Yeah.
I think so.
I like the setup for the Saturday night shows.
Yeah, that was always a pretty cool setup they had.
Like there's a lot of stuff on Peacock that they don't have at WCW, but when they had the WWE Network, they had it. Of course, since they moved, some of the content's not there. It'd be a shame if they deleted all that stuff and they can't get it anymore.
That would suck. I mean, 'cause there's a lot of stuff that they used to have on the network that's not even. You can't even find it at all anymore, really.
There's got to be a way that Warner. There's got to be a way they could find it again.
That's why you're in the ring with me and Paul Brawl. But I got it.
Woo!
I'm gonna try to go on Google and go to WCW.com. Like our one person was years ago, but they looked it up and it was actually the WCW website.
Really? Huh.
WCW Worldwide. Yeah, this isn't new. This is
I remember Worldwide. I think that came on Sundays sometimes. 'Cause they actually had the show WCW Worldwide. I think 'cause Saturday nights was on Saturday, and then Worldwide I think they would have on Sunday.
yeah, this is like a new thing with like WWE's like a news.
But that's back when WCW they would do syndication as well. So because they would have like it wouldn't be like necessarily live, but it'd be taped. But they would put it at different times at during the weekend. Like you could be staying up late at night on a Saturday, like and it'll come on at midnight sometime. At least down here, that's the way it was sometimes.
I remember like there was a couple times we'd be at we had this bar down and near my place, and we'd go like we'd have drinks and karaoke, and a guy that was doing the karaoke, the DJ, huge wrestling fan, right? And then we'd be sitting there, we'll be drinking, watching karaoke, and singing. And next thing you know, I look up, and weird times of the night where it's like 11, 12, maybe 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
ROH, of all things. ROH, just on the random time slot again.
That's awesome.
What year was this?
This was last year.
Oh, last year, Ring of Honor.
This is like last. It was probably between 2019, 2020, maybe towards the end 2021, like right before ROH kind of stopped. Because it was kind of funny, like because it was like the time like when there was like an episode with Jeff Cobb, and it was like the week before he made his AEW debut.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's Jeff Cobb. You see him on Wednesday. I'm surprised they didn't sign him.
I
Yeah,
think
me
they were
too.
gonna
He's been
sign-
doing a lot of stuff with Japan.
I think they were going to sign him, but when the pandemic happened, he
Yeah.
refused to go to Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess because at that time Florida was a hot spot for COVID. And then
Yeah, I mean, the goal was pretty high at that point.
he just signed with New Japan. I think if the pandemic never happened, he would have been with AEW this whole time.
Yeah, the
Probably.
pandemic kind of ruined.
He would
I
have
don't know,
probably
they didn't-
he would have probably been the sixth member of the inner circle.
I could see that. Definitely.
Him and John Moxley was a good match.
Oh, dude, yes.
Yeah.
I think Brock needs to like get his dad's build.
I mean, he's a spitting image of him, you know.
Just a little skinnier.
Yeah.
Has Brock been? Is he just training? Is that why we don't see him on Dark and Elevation as much?
It was like
I don't know
2-3
what's
weeks
going
ago. He was on Dark. It was Brock Anderson and the Varsity Blondes against 3 guys.
Hmm.
He at the recent Dark tapings on this last Saturday, he was on he had like 4 or 3 matches.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
There's some matches like I'll keep up all the Dark matches, and there's some matches that they taped 4 months ago and haven't aired them.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, if there was another big shutdown, then they had matches. I guess.
Yeah, it makes sense to have some already in the can in case of, something goes down. I mean, that's a good point.
Another pandemic.
Or if there was like a big, like one of these jobber guys was a big deal, like the next big star, they would have like never before seen matches.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm still ready for the Blade and the Butcher and Darby.
Yeah,
They didn't release that match.
yeah, that would be a good match.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's already happened though. I'm curious.
It could have happened in PWG.
Yeah,
I'm going to go
probably.
to the YouTube machine. Let's check this out.
Yeah, I know PWG had a lot of those kind of matches.
Yep, go watch. Oh, they wrestled in New Japan
Oh, cool.
and PW. Let's see, bar wrestling. They did a match. It's Brian Cage and Jeff Cobb teaming together versus Brody King and Tyler Bateman.
Hmm.
So they have wrestled together and have fought each other.
I think this is where
Nice.
the new Four Horsemen kind of symbols, because like they just showed Brian Pillman in the crowd.
Yeah. Brian
Hey,
Pillman and the Big Boss Man. Eddie Guerrero's there.
Jeez, this is gonna be match of the night, isn't it?
Might be. So far, the best match has been Johnny B. Bad and
Brian Pillman.
yeah.
Because I remember at this time, I mean, they're pretty much selling this pay per view as the new era of WCW because Nitro had just
Molly
started.
girl, come here.
DDP versus the Renegade was pretty good.
In the ring, they can't get any better than the World Championship race. It's like seeing the Yankees and the Dodgers. It's like seeing the Dallas and the 49ers, you know?
Big time.
This is it. This is the super ring right here. And they lock up.
It's so crazy to see how wrestling's changed over the years.
Yeah.
You see a lot of similarities, but oh, that
I still want to know, like, if even Jim Cornette would even know, like, who invented wrestling.
I bet he
Like,
would.
not amateur wrestling, but like professional, like this type of wrestling. Who invented it? It wasn't Vince McMahon. It wasn't.
You know, he has like a whole museum in his house with like everything really documented. I think he even has like one of the first wrestling matches, like one of the brochures for the.
I'd really like to know that. Who created
I mean,
wrestling?
this dates back all the way into like the 1800s and stuff like that, and
Because like
how they
this,
would have the strongman contest, and they have that one guy that's like the biggest dude, and they have like the ringmaster, try to lure people to come and try to knock them down. And, if you knock them down, you win a prize. Started from those kind of carny kind of things, and then like they started putting more Greco-Roman wrestling into it. You know,
I am curious. Yeah, I'm curious too, Mr. Jacobson. Connor. I think I would love to like see like first like maybe first official match.
yeah,
Like somebody posted, there's an image out there. I don't know, like I think it was like 1920s or 30s, but there's an image out there. The first cage match.
hmm.
It was like a roller coaster park, or where they were called back in the day before they became a theme park. So it's kind of cool. I'll see if I can find an image and I'll post it in our group chat. But yeah, if you guys get a chance, it's really like a spooky kind of picture. Like it's really just a whole bunch of chicken wire and in black and white, and this faces.
That's what I was imagining.
Yeah.
says right here, he was the first wrestler in history. It says in 1848, French showman Jean, it's Orient,
Gotch.
formed the first modern wrestling circus troupe, established a rule not to execute holds below the waist, a style he named flat hand wrestling.
Huh. That's fascinating.
I don't even know if this is. Looks like it would be this kind of wrestling because it's got a ring and
Yeah, I would say that. It's kind of a mixture of different styles, I guess, but Flathead's definitely one of them.
I thought one of them would have extended the hand to the other and then realized this is not necessary.
well, the old wrestlers like Bruno San Martino, Don Morocco, uh, Pedro Morales. A lot of people will look at me and like I'm very very young, and they're surprised I know people like that.
But I think it's also
I know
good
what you
for like,
mean.
yeah. Think about because we're technically part of the younger fans, but others serious fans wise, not like kids. But
Yeah.
it's always good to go back
Mhm.
and watch like even older than like WCW, like some like their older matches. Bruno Santam, Bruno is great. Andre, like some of his matches are a spectacle to watch. Bruiser Brody.
Yeah.
My favorite was Don Morocco. I know everyone likes Bruno San Martino, but Don Morocco was the man.
Yeah, he was actually the first Rock before the Rock was a Rock.
Yeah, Don Morocco. Pedro Morales was okay.
Yeah.
Jimmy Snuka, he was in the first cage match, I think, in WWE or WWWF, whatever they call it back then.
Hmm.
But there was one time this guy was probably like in his 70s or 80s probably, and we started talking wrestling. And I started mentioning about Bruno San Martino. Like he was saying that, like I probably don't. He was saying he was saying that I probably don't know wrestlers back in his day, and I started naming off Bruno San Martino, Pedro Morales, Don Morocco, Ivan
Yeah.
Klutski, Jimmy Snuka, and he said, "How in the heck do you like?" I told like at that time I was like 17, and he was really shocked that I knew all those people.
Well, Connor is a very, like I said, you're very you're a very knowledgeable person about the sport, so that doesn't
A
surprise
student
me.
of the game. Yeah.
I think we should have an old school night. Like we need to watch like some of these matches.
Old school.
Yes, please.
But the wrestling stuff was very, very different. Like there was wrestling in the match, but
No
my
flips,
God.
just fist.
Yeah,
Fist in
basically.
our
Yeah.
bars.
There was barely anyone running off the ropes. Well, not like there was in these, even in WCW.
Yeah.
But
Dude.
the crowd was into it.
We need to watch dude. We need to do like a duel of the butcher night. Let's have a squeamish night on here.
I remember this woman. I forget who was the heel, but this woman went up and was trying to smack the wrestler, and like all the policemen like tackled her down, and then the wrestler was just giving her more heck.
Damn.
She was like in those times, like old days, they didn't know what was
Yeah.
like.
Oh shoot! Hard go.
I even knew Buddy Rogers. He was the first WWE champion.
Man, Art's smart. Just like just watching him. Him and Flair, man. They sure know psychology.
Yeah.
One of the things I need to go back and watch again. I only watched a couple matches from this, but my buddy for my birthday a couple of years ago, he bought me this giant like CD collection of Ric Flair's like best matches. It's like a three disc set. And I need to go back and watch more of them because he was such a legend, man. Still is. You guys gonna watch his last match?
Who's last? Ric Flair.
His last match, but he
I'll
had
be
it
there.
so.
Like I'll be
that's
there on it, so I don't have a choice.
You're gonna watch this match whether you like it or not, Connor.
I'm going to.
I'm gonna go. Woo!
I'm going to the. If it wasn't for the Starcast, I wouldn't be going probably. I'm meeting Bret Hart finally.
Yeah, I'm so jealous.
Awesome.
I should have met Bret Hart. I had the chance to meet Bret Hart, but I was too nervous to meet him because he like walked right in front of me. I was like, I could like, and then again, like he wasn't part of my WrestleCon session. And I didn't want to interrupt him. I walked past him, and then I walked in. Hacksaw Jim Duggan was like in the little cafe next to the hotel was at, and I was so nervous to talk to him. Like,
what a day did you go to WrestleCon?
I went. It was
Saturday.
I believe it was either Friday or Saturday.
Because my uncle and grandmother went. I was gonna go, but I had to work, so they were gonna get my stuff signed. And Bret Hart, like he stayed for 2 hours and then left early, by the time that he was supposed to be there. So I basically didn't get anything out of it.
That sucks.
I say we should plan this for next year. We should do a trip. We should all meet up next year for WrestleMania and WrestleCon next year.
It's in Los Angeles next year.
Oh, dude, that'd be so fun.
I'm going to. I haven't told no one this. I am going to All Out. I'm going to Rampage, All Out. Hopefully, that's a fan fest. Well, I think I told you, Lane.
Yeah, I think you said that you were waiting for the official date.
Yeah. I did officially buy tickets.
Okay, I'm excited for it, man.
I just hope MJF's back by then. He was at the time. He's one of the main reasons I wanted to go because I want to meet him face to face and show him Chris and make a video of him
Yeah,
That'll be priceless. Him and Chris, and them interacting. That'll be.
that would be pretty good.
I'd pay good money to see that.
I wonder what's going on there. Oh, the flag coming off the top. Jeez.
Oh, dude, I need to see that interaction between Chris and MJF. Like, I would pay good money to see that.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
I think we need to like either one or maybe next year or that or with one of the All Elite pay per views. We need to like go out to it, like as it get like all of us out there and have fun.
Out of pay per view.
I think so. Yeah.
I wish they have. I wish they like double. Oh, what happened there?
My dog was like, "I'm gonna come through and knock over your cable."
I wish Double Nothing was always in Las Vegas, and all that wasn't always in Chicago. They could go to different cities and
Dude,
stuff.
we need to get Chris to Vegas. We need to get Chris to Vegas now. Like, we just need to go like to Vegas for it. Let's get Chris to Vegas. Let's go. Come on. Company trip. Come on. We can put on, we can do it as a tax write off, right? We're technically a business, right?
I don't think you want to do that. You're going to really regret that. Once you're on the trip, you're going to really regret that. Going with them. I've had that experience. You don't want to do it.
Oh.
You will be ready to get away. Be alone as long as you can.
Wow.
I think we need to do something. Actually, I think we need to do something like as a group and just all meet up and do something. I think WrestleCon, like I said, WrestleCon would be fun because, like I said, we could do so much content for our YouTube channel. Like, we could do like quick interviews with wrestlers, you know.
Oh, like in person, yeah.
Yeah.
We could do. There's like, especially like with phones nowadays, with how good they are. Like that's all you really need is a phone and Apple Movie Maker.
Maybe a microphone or something.
Yeah.
Hey, that'd be cool. Like have a microphone, then have the All Elite Zone thing. All right.
Yes, I could
Yeah,
see.
exactly. That'd be pretty cool.
One of my friends, they had mic like the mic flags made. What are they called? Dude, we should get some. We should get some.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Dude, Ric Flair had the best facial features.
Dude, he was great at telling the story with his face.
What do you think Johnny the Taskmaster's doing right now? He's not worried about what place the Red Sox is in.
What other matches do we have on this card? Like, is it
How many
Hulk
more?
Hogan and Morbius?
I think our this match is to War Games.
Yeah.
Strut your stuff, Rick. Strut your stuff.
Give that dude a file. That was cool.
So I had another interesting conversation idea, right? And I thought of this the other day because I had a friend of mine that asked me, "Hey, have you heard that? Apparently, there's a rumor out there that Charlotte Flair is actually a man. Have you heard that one?"
Yes, I have. I have heard that.
I've never heard that actually. That's hilarious.
Now, when I first saw Charlotte, I didn't know that was his daughter, and I legit thought that A lot of people said that that's David Flair, but I don't, because like some people, like people with theorized that they were never together in a picture or anything.
There's
Well,
a
that's
Dave
not
Flair
true.
show.
I don't. I said that
We've
touches
just seen them
something.
together earlier in the show.
Yeah, like people like theorize things and try to make you believe it, but I don't know.
I just think
I
Charlotte's
don't.
maybe
People
she's
in the
had.
conspiracy theories.
I don't think she is.
I think she's just muscular and then had some procedures done.
I don't
Some
know. I mean, she seems to be pretty in shape.
yeah, but
I mean, a lot of people said that about
some
China.
over features.
But China, yes, China had some things done, but I don't know if Charlotte had anything done.
I think Charlotte had like some kind of like face job or nose job.
Yeah, she had something to do with her chin. She got her
A lot of
chin
people
kind of
thought that
sculpted.
a lot of people said that China was a man.
No, she was all woman.
Like people.
Oh, baby.
Oh man. Nope. Mikey Willie.
Hey, what's up,
Mikey
brother?
Willie.
After all this
Welcome
time,
back.
it's been months and months, and we are watching the Hulk Hogan show, so it'll be.
Well, let
It's
me
about,
tell you.
it's about time we're watching WCW Fall Brawl 1995. Currently on Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
I'm liking. Like, I think this has been a really great match.
It is. Yeah.
Who would have chopped from Flair? There's no way a chop was going to put Arn Anderson down.
He has one of the best chops.
Oh,
I would say give The Rock. I would say Flair, Rock, and Big Show are the best chops and slaps in the game.
yeah.
Just because with Big Show, how he did it when he went to the shh, and then just went wham, right? Oh,
Right.
Was it Kofi's chest that he did that too? Like where like it really caused permanent damage?
Yeah, that's the story. Yeah.
Who was that Bryan Danielson's chest got real red? I forget what match that was. Like he was out for a few weeks.
I'm trying to remember.
Like he had to have some procedures done, I think.
Yeah, I think he had surgery done. I think at that time.
Come on, put him away.
Oh.
Did you guys have you guys ever seen I can't remember what promotion was for, but Ken Von Erich versus Ric Flair. Have you guys ever seen that cage match?
Yeah, I think I
I
have.
think I've seen it.
If you get the chance, go back and watch it. When I was under quarantine back in 2020, one of my friends like sent me like this huge list of like classic wrestling matches, and that was the first one that was on there. Oh my gosh, like it was amazing. Probably my favorite Ric Flair match of all time.
Is that world class wrestling?
This match was good. Yeah, they've had more than one match, I think. Flair and Arn. Arn was. Yeah, this is so far a classic match, I'll say.
Yeah.
I notice you changed your profile picture to Hulk Hogan with the world title. I was going for the figure four. What timestamp are you at? Are you guys at?
I'm at the figure for it now.
I am on the figure four as well. I'm at 158.
Yeah, I'm at 158 as well.
Man, he has it in there good too.
Today, when we got off today, it was like 104 degrees, and this guy was wearing a long, thick coat and a beanie and pants.
I don't get how people can.
Jeez, I cannot do that.
He dressed like
I
it
would
was.
pass the hell out.
He dressed like there was a blizzard outside.
Jeez.
Heck, I might be finding my Daisy Dukes and wearing them to work here very soon. How hot it is.
Like
Man.
that'd be way. I would pass out probably.
Yeah, no, right. I would have passed out.
He was wearing like long, thick pants, a big old thick, heavy jacket, a beanie. Then he was wearing gloves on his hands.
You're asking for heat stroke doing that stuff, man.
That or heat exhaustion. Damn.
And then the worst part about it was he was drinking coffee.
You're
What
drinking
the heck is
coffee at
wrong
the
with
same
you?
time.
I'm sorry, but jeez, man, that's not healthy.
And then like this woman asked him like, "Why are you doing all this? It's like 104 degrees." He said that I feel cold.
Wow.
He's not human.
Something's off with him.
He does it every day. Like some days he'll just wear a beanie or he'll just drink coffee in the hot. And then when it's cold
Well, I get-
outside, he probably
The thing is, I would
Wow.
get if it was like cold in the building, but man, that's
like even during the building, like he'll wear like a thick long sleeve shirt, and pants, and a beanie and gloves.
How do you not get heat stroke doing that stuff, man? I mean,
He
jeez.
should have already had one.
I know, right?
it feels cold out here to me. You sure there's a heat stroke popping up, buddy?
Like today, it was at least 104, 105 degrees today.
Wow.
Wait,
Same down
is
here. It got
Pillman
really
still
hot.
wearing his wrestling boots?
Yep.
Why?
They look like they're cowboy boots. They're cowboy
like
boots.
that.
Oh,
That Ric Flair's
Great
boots.
distraction
The
from
moon,
Pillman.
cow printed boots.
That was a weak punch. No, that was a good punch for Ric Flair. Oh, he hit him.
That was a great match.
He hit him upside the head. DDT. One. That was a
Damn.
good match.
Dang, Pillman. Did Pillman turn heel or is that a face moment?
This is where the new Four Horsemen kind of get established.
That was Pillman pretty much turning heel, yeah.
This is the start of it. People he acts like he's against Flair, but in the end, it's Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Brian Pillman, and Chris Benoit.
Mm-hmm.
What was that Tennessee? That Colonel? I thought him and Sherry were going out. Guess that didn't last long.
Oh, that's the thing with that whole storyline. I don't know exactly where they went with it.
They're probably still feuding to this day.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Like the guy, he was I'm not trying to pick at anyone, but he was kind of a little bit overweight, and him wearing all that stuff just made it even hotter, probably. Well, he wasn't too overweight, but
Yeah.
he just.
Dang, I got a commercial.
Yeah, I'm fixing to get one. I already know.
Oh,
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I would never do that either. You're just asking to get a heat stroke or
Yeah.
have some kind of health
Yeah.
condition doing that. I'd be sweating. I'd be miserable.
I couldn't put myself through that, man.
I'd be miserable. That'd be a bad day.
In less than 3 years, they were able to own. Get your home shopping budget at Divvy.com/ready.
what time stamp you guys at now?
We got a commercial.
Yeah, I'm still at a commercial.
What PlayStation? What? I was trying to pause it for y'all. My PlayStation just went black. What the fuck? Dang it, Peacock. Peacock just kicked me out again. Dang it. Okay. What?
I'm back now. Let me pause it.
Yeah, hold on. Sorry.
I'm at 203.
Yeah, same.
What the fudge?
Well, Dungeon of Doom was so silly looking back on it.
Yeah.
Look at the Zodiac, just looking so stupid.
Come on.
Or Kevin Sullivan had a much darker version of
What? I did not.
Taskmaster.
All right, I'm gonna restart and see if that helps. So you guys just keep watching. I'll join back in here a second.
Cool. Kevin Sullivan was nuts. I think he was the booker at this time, so he was pretty much in charge of all that. He's playing with the Hulk Hogan figure. Forgot how silly and childish this stuff was. Oh yeah, I remember that monster truck.
Yeah, I think that's the next pay per view where he throws him off the building. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow night. We got Nitro. I don't know what we're gonna do. We got a dead man on the roster.
We got a dead man on the roster.
And Tony Schiavone says, "Well, you got a job to do tomorrow night. I don't have to be on Nitro, but you do."
I think Bobby the Brain's reaction to all that was hilarious.
And then like they would constantly like that was the main event. But like they had that stupid monster truck thing, and then the main event was supposed to be Hulk Hogan and the Giant. Then they kept asking repeatedly, "Are we gonna have the match? Are we gonna have the match?" They kept on asking people in the back, "Are we gonna have the match? Are we gonna have the match?" They keep on over and over. I drug that out.
Yeah, that's when the Yeti made his debut that night too.
Someone tore up his motorcycle. Yep, Paul White. Yeah, it's coming up. I can already tell that match.
Yeah,
Not this event, but what?
and like,
200.
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say what? 210 subscribers now.
Nice.
Earlier today,
Appreciate it, everyone.
It was at 207 earlier today. Now we're 210.
And like the whole Dungeon of Doom angle was kind of like, it reminds me a lot of like old New Japan stuff. Because New Japan would have, cinematic stuff like that too.
Do you want to see this stuff today?
I mean, well, not Dungeon of Doom. I'm
Dungeon of
saying
Doom
like at that
stuff.
time, I think like at that time there was kind of like the way they would shoot their vignettes and stuff was kind of like New Japan. How they would do that stuff in all Japan.
Come on, let me in, please. I want to finish watching. All right, what timestamp we at?
I'm at 206. 53, 54, 55, 56. Oh, they had a cage match out at the beach. That's cool. Hulk Hogan and Vader.
There we go.
I think that's when they did their Baywatch episode too,
Right.
because they also did an episode of Baywatch, and they did it at the same time as I think a pay per view they were shooting as well, and they kind of blended it all together.
Yeah, Vader was supposed to be in this match,
Yeah,
but he got injured and Lex Luger took his place.
where'd they shoot all that at? The Universal Studios.
The Giant. Wait, am I watching Legends of the Forbidden Temple?
Oh, I got the camo on. I like Luger in this part. He's just oh my god.
I'm surprised. I think Jerry Lawler said at one point that if if WCW would have lasted a few more years, that he was going to make the jump to WCW.
Wait, who?
Jerry Lawler.
That's believable.
Kidding.
Yeah,
He
I
said,
believe that.
I've seen him probably 100 times because I live in the Memphis, Tennessee area. I've got tons of pictures autographed by him. Anytime you want to meet him, just come to Memphis. But I remember him telling someone that I was there when he said it too, that if WCW would have lasted till 2002, 2003, he was going to make the jump because his contract expired sometime in 2001.
Yeah, I can see the King in WCW.
Jim Ross probably would have made the jump back over there. Well, if I don't know if Eric Bischoff would have wanted him though, because he's the one that didn't want him on there.
Ain't going to do for area.
Look at Luger. He's just going bad shit.
He was like, I'm just here to get my title shot.
Look at Jimmy. Look at Jimmy Hart.
All I'm saying in this promo is America. Yeah.
Yeah. Lex just does nothing but flex. That's all he's gonna do. He does not care about anybody but himself.
He reminds me of like the whole when Jake Hager was in the inner circle where he's just like championships. Like the only thing on his mind right now is just the championship.
Yep. See, at this time, I remember the one that was the least trustworthy was Lex Luger. I think at this time.
I feel real sorry for anybody who gets on our way to in front of the ring. And what happens in the middle?
Let me tell you something, brother. Oh dang. This is intense.
What are they gonna do, brother? What are they gonna do? We're gonna use him as bait, man. Let's set him up. He'll be a good bit. Come on, let's go, PG.
Let's go, Eugene.
course, don't forget about the match beyond. It is the Hulkamaniacs, Hulk Hogan, Sting, the Macho Man Randy Savage, Lex Luger against the Dun Dun Doom, led by the Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan, Shark, Kamala, Zodiac Man, and Ming, the face of terror.
They drugged that whole bit up like a job.
Michael Buffer, let's get to the ring and you, my friend.
I feel bad for his suit jacket. It's all green.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment the world has been waiting for.
I think AEW needs to do like AEW lights, like how they do WCW lights like that. They need to do like AEW lights.
North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, let the match begin. The anticipation
Have they already done the coin comps for the advantage?
has been a hallmark
Hmm.
of World Championship Wrestling.
This is exciting.
1988. It's where differences have been settled. Scores, animosity, the ultimate battleground. There is nothing worse.
Be right back.
Like I said before, Shimani, this is the mother of all wars. Two rings completely, and when we say completely close to the cage, you know what we mean. There's a top on that cage. They'll go individually, one at a time. Wow. The sounds of
This is the pyro.
Speaking of sounds, we go to meet
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, their pyro is pretty cool.
There are 7 periods.
It's okay, Lolly. It's fake fireworks. You're okay.
All other periods, 2 minutes.
Or fireworks in 1995 that blew out till 2022.
First period ends. The head referee flips a coin. The team winning the toss.
Zodiac.
Bang.
Or to some people, the Bruce the Barber Beefcake.
Bang. Making more games 2-on-2. After the third period, the team which won the coin toss sends its third man in. But teams alternate during remaining periods until all 8 men are in the ring. Surrender or submission is the only way to win. No pinfalls, countouts, or disqualifications. Official time is kept at ringside. Head referee has final say in war games. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A special stipulation has been added to war games and that's beyond. If
A
the
new
Hulk
stipulation.
wins, then the Taskmaster must face Hulk Hogan in the cage tonight, 1-on-1.
Dang.
Wow. Why?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Why would you? I don't know why you would even want to do that.
The Zodiac. Oh, dang. Nope, nope.
271 and 1/2 pounds. The man from Yin and Yang, who walks in darkness and light. Zodiac.
What time step is everybody on right now?
215.
Yeah, 215.
Okay, yeah, I'm at the same spot. All right, good.
At 315 pounds, a member of royalty from the South Pacific island of Tonga, Meg, the face of terror. And finally, the leader of the Dungeon of Doom, 240 pounds, from the Iron
We'll be right back.
the Taskmaster. And they got their shot to destroy Hulkamania here. You know, you can't be shooting that for a minute. Things happen so fast. If you're in your head and blink, you're going to miss something. All right. Now, you know, you talked about once you gauge these guys, what'll happen? Wow, we await the arrival of Hulkamania.
Man, this makes me feel old watching it, though. I gotta admit.
Aren't you the oldest one in the All Elite Zone?
Yeah, I think so.
Hogan gets them all out in the ring. All right, back to Michael Buffer we go.
Macho Man, yeah.
Galaxy of Superstars, presenting the Hulkamania. One of the most famous names in wrestling history.
Mad Savage.
Surfer Sting.
It's Steve! Dude, I'm so excited for this match.
It's been so long since I watched it, man. I swear, it's very nostalgic.
We have the king of
And see, that's the thing. You can't deny the the appeal that Hulk Hogan had, the pull that he had, the how much the fans actually gave a damn about him. You can't really take that away.
No, he's not the best wrestler by far, but he was sure able to sell T-shirts.
Right.
We got kids to eat their vegetables, and drink
Exactly.
the milk, and take vitamins, not steroids.
He definitely made his money doing that, and then had to let most of it all go away.
Got Shark and Sting first.
Yep.
What if like you went to the past and you brought older Sting to there?
Ooh,
Like, what would the
Think
crowd
about
reaction
that. That would
be?
be cool.
What would the crowd reaction be like? Brian Pillman
I'm gonna be
Jr.
confused.
showing up.
Is this Sting's gothic grandpa? Hello to you
See, in
too.
1995 Sting coming out, 1993.
Or bringing every version of Sting in the one.
Sting's War Games match versus dude, Sting versus Team Hogan. There you go.
Or come out and start telling everyone their futures.
Yeah.
Shark, you're dead.
Yeah, Lolly here. She's Team Sting.
Sonny, you get arrested about every month. I hate to say that, but there's consequences to doing that.
Wasn't he
Yeah.
was he Typhoon as well?
Earthquake,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
you Shark.
Yeah.
He was Earthquake, and then his partner was Typhoon.
Yeah, Earthquake.
Oh, Earthquake.
Yeah.
I liked him better as
He
Earthquake.
was also a sumo wrestler too beforehand, before wrestling. He did a lot of sumo wrestling.
He is a big son of a bitch.
I think one time the Big Show did a similar wrestling match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he did. He did. I forgot who he was against, but he did
I
have a
think it was
sumo match.
I think it was someone from Japan or something.
Yeah. And I personally, I mean, there's fans out there that aren't into that, but I kind of always been a fan of sumo wrestling. I always thought it was kind of cool.
They should make that the main event of WrestleMania. Imagine the people's reaction to that.
Right? They would hate that, man.
Oh, that would
That'd be a
wouldn't
very
go over
good
well.
thing for them to do, though.
Or like AEW advertised CM Punk and Kenny Omega as the main event, but everyone will leave probably.
Jim Cornette would shit on it. Dave Meltzer would give it a 5-star match.
Hmm.
Jimmy Cornette would go crazy.
That
Yeah.
actually might kill the man.
He wouldn't even watch wrestling anymore, probably.
Like, I'm done. I'm gonna go watch underwater basket weaving.
I really don't think he watches it unless he's reporting on it or commentating on it.
There's no heart in it for me anymore.
I mean, I haven't heard him say one thing that he likes in wrestling today.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
I
I
know
heard he
likes,
was an FTR fan.
Yeah, he likes Matt Riddle. Like out of all people, he likes.
How does he like Matt Riddle?
I mentioned.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I know he said that one time that WWE's got a big thing with Matt Riddle. If they book him right. And that he likes his character and
He only hates Kenny Omega because he wrestled a sex doll and like little girl in Japan.
like
Yeah.
the doll thing. And
That
then,
was his
he
biggest
made,
gripe with Kenny, really.
Only reason why he hate Kenny Omega. And then when Kenny Omega gives you criticism back
like the
and
doll,
stands up for himself,
like the
he
fake
gets
doll,
so pissed off.
or the 9-year-old girl.
Both. He
I
hated
think it was
both.
both
of them.
that he didn't
Joke
like.
for it.
A lot of
Yeah.
people don't know this, but the 9-year-old girl he faced was actually Riho.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I heard that a little while later.
But then again, Japan, they're different. They have different wrestling just like we do.
Yeah.
But he can't say anything because he's around for the gobbledygooker bullshit.
Have y'all heard about the 1 million seat arena?
What?
Uh-oh.
No?
Yeah, I don't know where it's at, but it's being made, but it's gonna be a 1 million seat arena.
Oh,
That doesn't like too
interesting.
much.
Like, who could sell that out?
I mean, like how high is it gonna be, and how wide would it be? Because
That's
I mean,
almost like the size of a
that's a
skyscraper.
lot. Yeah, when you think about it, I mean, geez.
Yeah, like it's gonna be made. They said it's gonna. I forget where it's at. Where it's
That's
gonna
like a
be.
Roman Coliseum right there.
Like it's supposed to be the biggest arena in the world. I forget where it's gonna be at, but like it's supposed to be done in 2024.
Something like
Wow.
India would do.
Hmm.
Well, like one of those kind of countries over there. Not India.
Yeah, this is it.
Hmm.
Oh, that's smart.
I don't even know how you see if you're all the way up there.
I know,
Binoculars.
right? Oh yeah,
That would-
binoculars. That's a good point. Yeah.
That'd be a really cheap
Jumbotron.
ticket.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
so-
like if they're gonna have 1 million seats, there's gonna have to be some sick screens they're gonna have to put
For
in
the
there.
jumbo,
Some like
like with the Tron
you
thing,
know
even
huge
being up,
screens.
it's gonna be like Jerry World size TVs. Screens.
would that even be enough?
I don't know. I mean, with 1 million seats, dude. I mean, think about it.
This isn't like
The traffic jam, though.
oh
Right.
yeah.
It
Think
would
about
be
the
worth
traffic
it.
as well. Yeah. I
They have a
mean,
big parking lot.
and you know it's gonna end up being overpacked so you're gonna have over 1 million people there.
Now this isn't like the real thing, but this is like a thing they made showing what it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
What the?
That's what it's supposed to look like.
So that's
But-
supposed to seat 1 million.
Yeah, but it's gonna have a dome over it.
I mean, I can see where from business standpoint, but it can be very problematic, man.
Yeah,
It just seems
That
like
can
it'd
be
be a pain
very
in the ass to
problematic.
maintain.
it's supposed to be like a
I mean, it's a
soccer.
cool it's a cool design though. I gotta admit.
It's supposed to be a soccer arena, but it's also gonna hold like
But
concerts and
but who could sell 1 million tickets?
you know,
Right, a
Like
million
the only
tickets.
people that probably could are dead.
like
Yeah, I
what
mean,
wrestling match could do that? No, I don't think
No
any wrestling
wrestling,
match.
like unless like not even like if The Rock and Stone Cold had a match nowadays, there's no way they would
right.
fill a million.
That's like Michael Jackson in his heyday. He could sell over 1 million tickets easily. But you know, today, I mean,
You better bring
who
Andre the
who
Giant back from the dead, or
You would
right? I
have to
mean,
wear.
who would you get to do that?
You for sure would have to wear earplugs for that.
and then like how are you gonna make a profit out of that too? Because I'd imagine the fee to do that place is pretty expensive.
And
Operation
the food's
costs.
probably and the food's probably going to be expensive as hell too.
Well, if you're getting a coat like $15.
Jeez. Buy you some popcorn for $30.
Well, the thing is, it's already high going to like get a drink of popcorn at any NFL game.
Yeah, true.
Like this would be top notch pay. Like
Mhm.
and then like the elevators they'd have to have the parking lot. And then,
The stairs.
like you'd have to
Jeez.
have like the
It's
most staff of all time of an arena.
it's not worth it. Whoever's building it, you're
It's
dumb.
not. It's
They've already
it's it.
started
Like,
it.
just, like,
I
having
can see
like
that
here,
being
look, you
so
show off.
problematic.
They've already
Like,
started like the process and stuff.
you
Like
could easily feed all of the homeless people in America without much money.
Right.
That's crazy. Why? Like,
For the
is
money
it
they're
funded
making
by
with that. Yeah.
Jesus?
it's supposed to be a soccer field, but it's also going to hold other events. But what soccer game is going to
Wow.
hold that many people? Who's going to
I
come
don't
I
know.
down?
mean, really.
I'm not a fan of soccer, so I wouldn't know. But
No, I don't see a million people coming to a soccer game.
I mean, but soccer's pretty popular over there, so you never know.
But it's going to be in the United States though.
Oh well,
in the United
soccer's not really
States,
that popular here,
no
so I don't
way.
know. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
Not
how
that
they're
big.
gonna make that happen.
I don't know where it's supposed to be at, but it's in the United States. It's supposed to be made. It's supposed to be built by 2024. They're going to start
Hmm.
on it the fall of this year.
Well, damn. That's a waste to me, if you ask me. I mean, that's a
You watch
waste.
WrestleMania, 50 is going to be there, or like one of the WrestleManias is going to be there.
I mean, as as
There's going to
as
be a
much
lot
as
of empty
WWE
seats.
sells, as many tickets as they sell, they're never going to be able to make, sell 1 million
No
tickets to
one
a place like that.
has anyone ever done that. Sold 1 million tickets.
No, I don't think so.
They
I
Live
think,
Aid.
yeah, I think Live Aid came close to it.
I don't.
That's crazy. It'll take a while to get out of there if you're all the way up to the top.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If you think about it, and especially if like let's say you don't ride elevators, you have to take stairs all through the place. I mean,
no,
geez,
Then, then what do you do about people who's in wheelchairs? And
that's
then
another
like,
thing. You
and then
know,
you got to worry
ex-
about,
uh,
and then you got to worry
jeez.
when it's time to leave. Everyone crowded in the hallways, then trying to get on the elevator. Then too much
dude, it would
waiting.
take at least 6 hours to get out of there.
Wow. I mean, you would think like I would think like if it was for people that were in wheelchairs, they're making it a lot easier for them
It'd
to get
probably
through the place.
it'd probably be a lot harder. To, like,
Oh, jeez,
it
that's
probably would be
crazy.
about 6 hours to get out of there. Because I wonder how many stories there would be.
Man.
Kamala.
He was underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
He both his legs were amputated.
Yeah, I heard about that. He had diabetes, I think.
Here comes Lex
Hey,
Luger.
one of my friends, like they used to live in Mississippi, and like they lived next door to him. Like
Oh,
not
really?
well, not next door, but like across the road or something like that.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
said, "Why
Yeah.
did you not say anything?" He said it after the fact that he died. And
Wow.
I was over at his house one time, and he knew that.
Wow, that's cool.
I
And he
mean,
was
I
a truck
wouldn't
driver too in his real life. He was a truck driver.
Kamala the truck driver.
Yeah.
I had this one VHS where it was Jerry Lawler versus Kamala, and Jerry Lawler set Kamala's butt on fire. I don't know where that DVD went. That VHS went.
Yeah, I know Kamala. He's had that Kamala character. He would take that all over the world, man. Like in all over all kinds of promotions, he would use that character.
This is
I could be wrong, but I think he may be in the Hall of Fame too. I could be wrong.
I think he is.
Or is one of Hulk Hogan's Hulkamaniacs going to turn out? You're going to start Hulk Hogan. I would. Well, I know you would. You would too if you didn't like I do. 30 seconds remaining. Going. The 30-second mark. Now remember, Ming will be coming in the final man.
I used to think Ming was pretty cool with that face paint, though.
Like on this thing, it's like the amount of money that they're going to put in to make this is like $40 million just to make that whole thing.
Wow,
That's a waste of money.
that is, man.
Who's putting the money
You could feed a small country, and hell, you can help out a lot with this country with all that money.
I wonder who's putting the money. Who's got this money that's doing this?
Elon Musk, he's bored.
Elon Musk. I was about to say the same name.
I want to know who this is. That like where it's going to be. At what state is this in? Because
A
it's in the
secret
United
investor.
States. Like you think it'd be in another country, but it's going to be in the United States.
I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump had something to do with it.
I want to go. I'd like to like not really go in it like an event, but I just want to see what it would like.
Oh, I would
actually,
love to take a tour of it.
I'd like to do that.
Hmm.
I wouldn't want to be
Yeah.
there, like at an event. And if they did have 1 million people, they somehow did do it.
Yeah.
Oh man, your best hope is to get front row, and those tickets going to be outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you get those really good seats because the nosebleeds,
Yeah,
that'll be murder.
And those
They're gonna-
seats got at least 10 grand a seat to be up close.
Yeah, they're going to charge about $10K a seat down there.
Wow. See, I could imagine that. That makes sense,
It'd
though.
probably be like all
Well,
the.
here that's walking around money for Connor, though. You can afford it.
Shit, no, I couldn't even afford my own ticket. Then gas going there and a plane ticket going there probably.
Not worth it.
That'd be like my whole life savings. Or like
No.
my entire life.
But Hulk Hogan using the heel tactics?
Yeah. Everyone's spent in this match. Which match has been going on a long time. This match is well, the event's only got like 10 minutes left, so
Yep.
We go, Hogan! Oh, he's using powder?
Hogan using those heel tactics. Oh, that was a little
It's
pre-Hollywood.
not really
Hogan
a
for
heel
you.
tactic if there's no rules to a match.
Oh, all is fair in love and war. You got a good point. You got a good point.
they said in this 1 million seat arena that the pyro and fireworks is supposed to be top notch, like the best in any. But it's not. It's supposed to be indoors. So I don't see how they're gonna. Well, I don't know. The AT&T Stadium in Dallas, they is it indoor, and they have pretty good pyro.
Hmm.
But that's just a
I've
waste
seen-
of money.
Well, it's funny. Like, they have it's a really cool arena. I've been there for a couple concerts and about them Cowboys. I love them boys. So don't at me with all the hate. 'cause I'm a
I've
Cowboys
seen
fan.
it. I've seen it in person, like being on a plane and seeing it, but never. Like that's the closest I've been to it.
It's
on a plane.
massive. Like, it's a very big stadium, but it's so I'd put it, it's easy to navigate though. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
have you been to Mr. Jacobs?
Yeah.
Like, if my tailgating drunk ass can navigate it and watch a good football game, then I think anybody sober can do it, no problem.
I haven't been to a good tailgating party in a long time.
I honestly, if a wrestling event was able to do 1 million seat arena, like everyone would have to come to like WWE, AEW. They'd all have to join forces just to make that
Even
possible.
then, even then,
Be
there's
I
no.
don't.
super.
I still don't think that'd be enough.
But then it would destroy that town. That's the thing. It's like if you have anybody that sells out, like there'll be hotels that will be overbooked, restaurants overbooked.
Yeah, that's true
There's
though.
gonna be mass hysteria. Like, it's not like I don't know what city signed off on it. It's just not worth it.
It's an idiot.
Yeah,
Burn that city down.
turn them off down.
But like all those businesses would be booming, but
Yeah.
if it was a big event like that, like people from all over the country would be going to it. And hold like it put some business out of. I don't know if it put out of business. Like their business would be booming, but that's still.
It would just be too much though.
Yeah, because it would be a huge sea of people. I mean, and most of them will be drunk.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
So,
And if there was a shooting in that place, you probably couldn't even hear the gun go off.
no, and that's the thing. Like, that would be constantly, like,
telling you.
terror attack waiting to happen.
I wouldn't. That's it. It's
there's so
probably
much that can come out of that, man. I can see it.
Is that Joe Briscoe? No. Who's that? The guy trying to push Kevin Sullivan. Like, who do you think he is? Then I pushing him. Kevin Sullivan's willing himself up there.
Man, Brutus, man, he is such a good wrestler though. Like, I forgot how good he was. What?
Now he's.
It's
now
over?
they gotta have that one-on-one match now with Hulk Hogan and Kevin Sullivan.
Yep.
I want to know why this was added.
I mean, because that's where the whole thing stemmed from. Was really it's a beef between him and Kevin. Kevin's just being a hater, really, at that time. I mean, in the storyline, Kevin was just being a hater because he was hating on Hulkamania, basically. And then he got some other people who didn't like Hulk Hogan and join together and be like, hey, let's not hate this guy. I mean, let's not like this guy together.
Wow,
And there you go.
WWE has completely buried Alexa Bliss.
They did? What happened?
She won the 24/7 title tonight. Twice.
Really?
No!
Alexa
won the-
Bliss?
She won the title twice tonight.
What?
Wow. Okay.
Well, the first time she held it, she held it for 7 seconds, and the second time she held
Yeah.
it was for 2 minutes.
What the hell, WWE? Like, you guys are, like, on some kind of drug that nobody knows about. What the hell? Sorry if I ran here, but... Dude,
was
Alexa
that?
Bliss deserves way better than a damn 24/7 championship bullshit. Sorry if I
The
ran
women's champion.
Damn!
Who is coming up with this? It's kind of like that old South Park episode when you discover who writes episodes for Family Guy, and it's a bunch
Yeah.
of seals or something like that, and they pick a ball. I think they write for who's writing for Family Guy.
Who's writing this? Like, this ain't for wrestling fans. Or sport, or in this case, sports entertainment fans. This is complete garbage. Like, why? You have time to use name brand. Dude, put on damn good wrestling matches. You say you're sports entertainment, but you stop wrestling in your damn title. Like, Nick Khan, do you not know what wrestling is?
Was this
Like, have you poisoned Vince McMahon?
was this Paul White's WCW debut?
Was it?
He's out. He just choked the referee out. Oh wow. He just jumped through the cage. Wow, he's doing cruiserweight move. Like
Yeah, Paul White used to do used to do a bunch of cruiserweight stuff. He used to do kip ups, drop kicks,
Do you think
elbow
today?
drops off the top rope.
400 pounds doing that.
Do you think today in 2022 that Big Show could do a 450 splash on the top rope?
No, I don't think it could.
No,
I
that was
don't think
his
it could.
unfortunately his body. That's he's doing too much wrestling.
That'd break the ring probably, or he may not even go all the way over.
Right.
The
I heard
big
something
fall.
about him bringing back his Captain Encino character. That'll be awesome.
Yes, I saw the reports of that. Like, I'm actually wanting to do it for one night only. Make a figure out of it. You're good.
I think he'll be on the video.
Yeah, I'd
game
love to
too.
see it for one night only. That'd be great.
I have a feeling he'll be on the video game, the AEW console game. That's like a
Oh,
DLC.
man, that'd be so cool
I'm
if he was
so
like
excited
a
for that game.
They
yeah.
said it was going to come out in September, but I don't believe it's going to come out in September now because we're in August. In September, like, there's no time to promote it or pre-orders or anything.
No,
I say it gets released in January or February of next year. It gets announced sometime this year,
Hmm.
or maybe during All Out weekend it gets announced or something.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Just love watching it. It's so crazy to see the Giant like this.
He
Yeah, it's nostalgic, man. Very
he destroyed
nostalgic.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. And I remember as a kid watching him, and that was one of the coolest stories to me was between him and the Giant because in kayfabe he was Andre's son, and as a kid I was invested in that. I was like, oh man, this is a cool story.
They should because it's believable. He's just almost as massive as Andre was.
Sting's laughing right there.
He's laughing.
If you see his face real closely, he's laughing, or he's trying not to laugh.
Up, Hulk
Was he
Hogan is
just, like,
still
early
down.
20s?
Hmm.
Looking at Big Show, like, or Paul White, or Giant, we want to call him. Man, they look so serious.
Man.
Like, so,
Yeah. How they played it, it was pretty serious. What a pay-per-view,
Yeah,
man! That was pretty awesome.
I can see why you're saying he was laughing.
Yeah, like you see him kind of smiling there, like
Yeah.
Even like Macho Man's like overreacting and overdoing it.
yeah,
He's like
keep
your
a straight
mom,
face.
you know.
He can keep a straight face.
Things like
Hogan's probably laughing. I bet.
that was
Down there.
great, guys. Like that was one of my favorite pay-per-views I've watched. Like for
Yeah, that was a good one. I really enjoyed that. I haven't seen that one in so long.
that's the first
Been a
one
long
for me.
time.
Like it's making me want to go get the VHS tape just to have in my collection.
Yeah.
The best match to me was still that Flying Brian and Johnny B. Bad.
Yeah, that was a
Arn
good
Anderson,
match.
but
Yeah.
Arn Anderson and Ric Flair was pretty
Yeah,
good too.
I would say Arn Flair was my favorite.
The War
I
Games
feel
was
invested.
pretty good.
War Games is great. I feel more invested with the Arn and Flair story to see the new, like I said, the Horseman. Like it's leading up. Like I could see the lead up to it. So, and then the
Yeah.
War Games, that was a good closing to the feud.
Yeah.
That was great.
Well, yeah, we went almost 3 hours tonight. It was a long pay-per-view, but next Monday we'll be doing episodes 3 and 4, so it won't be as long, but normally pay-per-views are pretty, well, if it wasn't for the ads, it'd be short, maybe a little bit shorter, but
Thank Peacock.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back Wednesday for our Dynamite reaction.
Yep.
Thursday for Carly's show, and then Friday Rampage, and yeah. Make sure to follow the All Elite's on the link description below with all the social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Spotify. With all our interview guest announcements when we're going live and everything. So yeah,
Yep.
see you guys Wednesday.
Take care,
Thanks
y'all.
for
Have a good
watching.
night.
Peace.